A pleasant good evening and welcome to Gary Rose Stadium on the campus of Carl Albert High School. Tonight on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, the Carl Albert Titans play host to the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. And hi again, everybody. I'm Steve Marshall. Dion Amati is alongside. So happy to be with you on week number 2 of the high school football season. And Dion, good matchup tonight. Great team in Carl Albert taking on Lawton Eisenhower.
Yeah, Eisenhower's kind of started off with a rough start to the season. But Carl Albert, this team has been loaded for decades, and they're still loaded right now. A bunch of phenomenal athletes on this football team, and we're going to get to witness them all tonight.
All right, we've got some outstanding players that we'll be looking at here this evening. Let's take a look at the players to watch. First off, for the visitors, Lawton Eisenhower.
Yeah, that's my guy, Ricky Womack. This guy is a 6'3", 220-pound defensive end. And when he comes off the edge, guys, he comes with aggression. Great energy guy, always in the right place, and somebody this team is going to need to depend on if they're going to want to get a win versus Carl Albert.
All right, for Carl Albert, they've got a good one, too. Elijah Matthews is his name.
Hey, by the end of the night, they're going to be calling him Mr. Matthews. I'm telling you right now, this running back for Carl Albert is going to announce himself to the state of Oklahoma on this matchup in our game and on this TV screen. He is a phenomenal guy. He's gotten opportunities to play early in his career because of he's just that talented, but you know how loaded Carl Albert is, so they haven't unleashed him yet. They're about to this season, and they're about to tonight.
All right, we'll take a timeout, come back, get ready for the kickoff right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And by the Brooks Clinic. They offer walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City Auto Injury Experts. Call 405-943-0303. Everybody to your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Yes, that's where we are. Carl Albert in Midwest City, home of the Titans. Time for us now to take a look at keys to the game. Tonight's keys brought to you by Oklahoma Operation Lifesaver. Together, we can save lives at railroad crossings and on train tracks. Find out more at www.oli.org. Deanne, what about those keys?
And those keys are important, Steve. You make sure you execute on offense. That's the first one, all right? Got to make sure you take care of things for the Eagles and make sure you just play within yourselves. On the defensive side, you got to stay based. You got to make sure you execute. You want to be under control, but also follow the instructions of the coaching staff. And then for Carl Albert, play clean football. We talk about this so much during the football season, especially the beginning of the football season. Play clean football, clean up the penalties, and then the second, relentless, unconditional, and effort. Make sure you have those three things on your mind when you touch this football field, and that's how the Titans get a win. Hopefully, Eisenhower, you can do so the same.
That's the keys to the game, brought to you by Oklahoma Operation Lifesaver. Together, they can save lives at railroad crossings and on the train tracks. Visit oli.org. And here come the Titans. Carl Albert, such a storied program here. They've won 19 state titles. That is tied with Ada for the all-time most in the state of Oklahoma. They put one away this year, and they are heavily favored to do so again. They will have the all-time state record here at Carl Albert.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing. And the question is, how do you get so many state championships in a row consecutively in your program? And the way you do it, it's not just talent. It's just not just players. It's not just coaching staff. It's not just culture. It's all of it. You have to combine all three elements that makes a successful football team, put it together, and win, win, win. And that's what Carl Albert's done over here in Midwest City.
All right, they've already had the coin toss. Ike won the coin toss. They deferred, so Carl Albert will be on offense first. Starting lineups brought to you by Ortho Central. Don't let an injury make you miss a single play. Call the experts at Ortho Central. And there's a look. Elijah Matthews, who we've already featured, LeBron Royal, Makari Johnson, Jackson Webster, Austin Johnson, Thomas Welch at the left tackle, and Kalen Smith, Wyatt LeClaire, Elijah Esparza, Kathan Perucci, and Anderson Collier is your quarterback for the Titans. And the defense for the Eisenhower Eagles, as you see them trotting on the field, getting ready to kick it away to the Titans. It'll look like this with Ricky Womack, our featured player at defensive line, Colin Simeon, also Lawan Clark, Gabriel Kopasa, Ezekiel Moreland, Davion Howard, Jake Herbert, Deontay Johnson, DeQuire Bagby, Messiah Vini, and Jeremiah Jones, the starting defensive lineup for the Eisenhower Eagles. So we are just about ready to get underway here this evening. Eisenhower to kick it away. Their kicker is number 20. That is Ridge Claiborne. So he will tee it up. What a great night for football here this evening.
Yeah, excellent weather. I mean, last week it was a little bit nippy on us, Steve. We went down there and checked out Del City versus the Booker T. Washington Hornets. And Del City got the best of that matchup. And, you know, the weather was a little more crispy than we expected. But today it feels oh so fine.
All right, so we're just about ready to get it underway. Carl Albert in their home reds with the white pants, and Lawton Eisenhower in their blue and white. Kick taken at about the 5-yard line. Titans on the return. Knocked down at about the 25-yard line. Call it the 26. And that's where the Titans will start at 1st and 10 on the first series of the ball game.
Great tackle by the kickoff team. Doing a good job of pinning them just inside the 30-yard line to make that the 26-yard line. There's your starting quarterback.
Anderson Collier, there's a look at his numbers from last week. Very nice percentage, 13 out of 18. No picks through the touchdown pass. And he takes the first snap, and it's a handoff coming near side. Matthews with the ball. He's got 4 yards, 5, fighting forward to about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for Carl Albert.
Great job getting to the outside, picking up some good blocking is Matthews. One of those guys, the receivers on the outside, Austin Johnson, 6'3", 200-pound junior, putting somebody on their back over there on that right side.
Conrad Evans has our stats for tonight, so he'll keep us abreast of all the yards gained and who's doing what here this evening. From the shotgun, handoff again, straight ahead, run, first down yardage into the secondary, all the way out to the 41-yard line. Going to get about 10 on the play.
Big hole on that left side of the offensive line, creating nothing but to pick up that first down for Matthews.
Gets about 10 yards on that carry. Opening drive, he's got the ball the first 2 times. Collier this time drops the throw, looking for a receiver. Looked like he stopped and started to come back on the ball. That was intended for Makari Johnson, but incomplete.
And I think you know what I'm going to say over there, Steve. Great coverage by the cornerback, Johnson, number 4. Hands on the wide receiver, and he's got a tall matchup. And when I say tall matchup, I literally mean a tall matchup. Johnson on the outside, number 8, 6'3", 200 pounds, junior. Yeah, he's given up a little bit of size, but he did a good job of keeping hands on receiver, making it physical throughout the route, and then ended up a incomplete pass for the defensive back.
So 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Collier, quick toss to the far side, complete. Breaks a tackle. He's into the secondary. He's got first down yardage and then some. Into Eagle territory, taken down finally at about the 27-yard line. And a nice first down on the reception there by Jackson Webster.
Great job. And again, I feel like I'm, repeating this. Good blocking on the outside for Carl Albert. You can see it right there at the top of the screen. This is number 6, Austin Johnson, once again picking up a good block and springing loose his best friend over there, Webster.
33 yards on the reception from Collier to Webster. And another new set of downs for Carl Albert. Little pump fake going deep. This one's going to be overthrown just a bit. Intended out there for number 6, Austin Johnson, incomplete.
Collier's passes had been a little long early in this game. You can tell that's one of the things quarterbacks talk about all the time. A buddy of mine, Clint Sheff, who I played with at Oklahoma State, said, man, sometimes for quarterback, it's one of those things where you're just so eager to make a big play, especially early in the game. All that, energy is running through you, and the ball kind of just floats on you just a little bit. And he says, take that big hit one time, get inside the game, and normally things kind of slow down.
Give it to Matthews. Matthews inside the 20, inside the 10-yard line. They're going to say he went out of bounds at about the 14.
Yeah, they're finding room on that perimeter for Carl Albert Titans.
So another nice gain there for Matthews. You can see the great job by the offensive line. Nice stiff arm there. He's got first down yardage. $13-yard pickup that time. Line of scrimmage is going to be at the 14-yard line. Matthews in the backfield, trips to the left side. Collier, handoff. Matthews straight ahead. Not much running room this time. Gains a yard, and that's it.
A trips closed formation. Trips closed being 3 receivers on one side, tied in a 3-point stance. That's the closed part of that offensive line. And coming off the edge immediately it looks like it was number 3 for Eisenhower who was able to make that play.
So 2nd down and 9 for the Titans. Handoff again to Matthews. Matthews inside the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown Titans. No flags in the play.
It was easy just like that. Like I said, first run of the game, a lot of room on that left side, and then to go into the end zone, Matthews chooses that left side once again. Take a look at the replay right here. Just a stretch play, eludes one tackler, jumps over another, and goes into the end zone. You're going to be seeing number 1 cross that end zone line a lot this season if you're a Carl Albert Titans fan.
Extra point attempt, and a little miscue there as one of the Eagles was well across the line. Looks like the kicker for Carl Albert is Keon Florenda. Offsides the call against the Eagles, and so they'll move it a little closer. Florenda out of the hold of Jake Farley. Extra point attempt for the Titans. Snap back good. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is true. The Titans, first possession of the ball game. They take it the distance, get into the end zone. Here's a look at the touchdown as we go to break. 7-0, Titans on top.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Attention! A popular weed killer has been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Gardeners, farm workers, landscapers, and anyone heavily exposed to this weed killer may be at risk of developing cancer. If you or a loved one were exposed to weed killer and diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call Sokolov Law now at 800-584-7614 for a free legal consultation. 800-584-7614. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
Carl Albert Band is also performing here this evening, and they like what they saw on that first drive as the Titans punched it in, and they lead 7-0, getting ready to kick it away to Lawton Eisenhower.
8 plays on that drive right there, Steve, and just doing a good job of methodically moving the ball down the field with some pretty nice runs by Matthews, and then the receivers kind of getting into it with those quick screen passes, especially that big one by Webster, number 2.
Stephen Welch to take care of the kicking duties. And for Lawton Eisenhower, the deep man is Deontay Johnson. So 1 drive, 1 touchdown for Carl Albert. They opened up the season with their 40th consecutive victory. Here's the kick on the way. And it's going to be taken at about the 8-yard line. Out across the 20 to about the 21, 22-yard line there on the return from number 13, Joshua Williams. Now let's take a look at that Eisenhower starting lineup. And Devontae Halliburton is the running back. Quarterback, you'll see down there at the bottom, is Amir Giles. The rest of the lineup for Lawton Eisenhower has Herbert at tight end, Williams as one of the wide receivers, along with Fortney and Green. Nicholas Bryn on the offensive line, Jason Seiler, Omar Phillips, Michael Robinson, and Tyler Shootman.
Let's see if this offense can execute just like their coaching staff wants them to do.
First play on the ground, running play. And they got a flag on the play thrown by the far side judge. Let's see what that is about. Carl Albert lost a lot of talented players to graduation last year, but they got most of their line on the offensive side and the defensive side back. That's always a good thing.
That's always a good thing. That the trenches kind of run football. The more you watch it, the more you'll see. As you can see, a face mask on the first play for Carl Albert, and that is exactly what they don't want to see. Remember our keys to the game. Clean up the penalties, and first defensive possession, a penalty right off the bat.
So the face mask, only a 5-yard infraction. Unintentional, so just 5 yards. So 1st and 5. Eagles run it straight ahead, get about 3. Out to the 29-yard line. And now let's take a look at the Titan defense. As we see LeBron Royal, Kathan Perucci, Nick Hill, Joe Thomas, Makari Johnson, Bo Davis, Darian Thomas, Marquise Evans, Jackson Webster, Jake Farley, and Dustin Anderson. Your starters on D for Carl Albert. Flushed out of the pocket on the run, throws too high, incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Honestly, I thought that was a good job by Amir, the quarterback, trying to escape, elude the pressure, gets out of the pocket, and just gets that ball out of harm's way and lives to play another down. So 3rd and 3, very manageable situation. Coaching staff calling the timeout right here, knowing how important it is to kind of open the game up with a good drive, wanting to see themselves get this first down and build some confidence within that offense. See what they draw up here. It's Carl Albert on the other side defensively, trying to get a stop and get off the field.
There's a look at your weather. Yeah, still a little warm at kickoff, 89 degrees with a southeast wind at 10. Nice and calm evening here. And as you mentioned several times last week, it wasn't unlikely, or is it unlikely, to have week 1 or 2, maybe even 3, where it's near triple digits.
Yeah, that's been the norm in the state of Oklahoma for the month of September, late August. This is not. And you know what? I appreciate it.
Yeah, right.
Thanks you, Mother Nature.
All right, here we go. Call it 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. Need to get to their own 31-yard line to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun, handoff. Gets a block, gets the first down yardage into the secondary across the 45, out to the 47-yard line. And a nice carry there by number 28. That's Tellis Weaver. He's just a freshman.
That's a good run for a freshman.
Right away, another quick play, but flags come out. Let's see what this call is going to be about.
It looks like it's going to be on the offense. They were trying to get a little tempo going. It looks like it might be to their own detriment.
Procedure of the penalty, so they'll mark them back 5. When you look at the roster for these two clubs, Lawton Eisenhower, first and foremost, only has 36 players on their entire roster. 12 seniors and 6 juniors. That's only 18 upperclassmen. Then you look on the other side, Carl Albert only has 10 seniors on their own behalf, but they have 28 juniors. And here's a play in the backfield that's stopped and thrown for a loss. Nowhere to go that time.
And here's the thing that I was concerned about. Sometimes those penalties, especially early in an offensive series, can be a drive killer. And with Eisenhower having some confidence in getting that first down, this one, a little zone read play, quarterback trying to get to the outside. Good job by Carl Albert defense, number 21, Thomas, for keeping contained right there and making a big tackle for tackle 4 loss. So 1 play on this after that 1 first down, and both of them kind of being negative for Eisenhower.
Referee is coming over. Relays a message to Coach Dunn, who relays a message to one of his assistants. And we're looking at a 2nd down and 18. Everybody's looking on the home side stands here. Can't really see what it is. Guess they're telling the band to stop playing while the game is going on.
Makes sense. I guess they're not allowed to perform when the Eisenhower offense is on the field.
All right, so here we go. 2nd down, 18 for the Eagles. Giles drops the throw. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down. A big loss. Just nowhere to go. I mean, they had pressure from every side and up the middle, too.
I think Bo Davis was the first guy there, big number 3. You can see, man, you always got to watch out for those defensive players that don't wear gloves, Steve. That is an intimidation factor if I've ever seen one. And you can say right up the middle.
Little blitz as they sent 5 on that.
6'3", 205-pound linebacker, good-looking athlete.
3rd and very long, little screen out to the right side. That's not going to do much.
Yeah, not much blocking out there on the perimeter. And I think they're just going to have to punt that ball away. Great job by the Carl Albert defense answering back after giving up a big first down there. You can see this replay right here. Just a quick screen pass to the outside. Nothing but Titans on the perimeter, and he decides to, let me just go ahead and take this thing out of bounds because we ain't going to get no positive yards out of this.
Punting situation for Eisenhower. Snap is back, low line drive kick. It's going to take a great bounce. We've got a flag back at the line of scrimmage, however. Would have been about a 50-yard punt. Let's wait and see, though, what the white hat says. Roughing the kicker? What it look like. Roughing the kicker against Carl Albert.
Again, another one of those penalties that they talked about in the keys for the game about cleaning up. So let's see if it's running into the kicker, it's only a 5-yard penalty. So let's see what they do here. Now, if it's roughing the kicker, you're going to get 15 yards, but if it's running in, it's only 5. But either way,
so it will be a new set of downs, first down.
I guess they called
roughing the
kicker.
So they start over on downs, gain yard, maybe 2.
And it's interesting. So I guess you get, automatic first down in that situation, because I thought it was a situation where it wasn't enough for the first down, even if it was roughing or running into being 5 yards and then roughing being 15. But
automatic first down.
Automatic first down for the Eisenhower.
Quick screen pass is not going to get much. Pass complete there to number 88, Davion Brewer, and he's another freshman. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Running play to the near side. We'll get a couple of yards, but not a lot. Good pursuit there by the Titan defense.
Yeah, tackled by number 7, LeBron Royal. That brings up 4th and 6 for the Eagles. Let's see what they decide to do here. It looks like that offense is still out there. So they might be going for it here.
See how they want to play it. Running play straight ahead. That's going to get 3, maybe 4. Now a flag comes in.
Yeah, another flag, and I think number 55 for Carl Albert got a hold of that face mask once again, and that's going to be enough for a first down for Eisenhower.
Let's look at the Carl Albert sidelines. Referees, officials discussing it, and here's your call. Personal foul against the Titans, so that will be an automatic first down as you take a look.
Yeah, take a look at it right here. You can see the face mask right there.
Yep, no doubt about that.
That's 2 plays that Carl Albert and this Titans defense has bailed Eisenhower out of and giving them a first down. And now they've crossed the 50-yard line.
Into Titan territory, 1st and 10. Single back set out of the shotgun. Giles takes the snap. Handoff straight ahead. And 1-yard gain in the play.
Yeah, it looks like he got tripped up right there by number 21, Thomas. Or else he might have been running for a little while.
And another running play, and this time grabbed before he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing beyond that. So that'll bring up 3rd and call it 10.
Royal with another tackle for loss. He's having a nice first quarter. See him coming off the edge there. Able to make that tackle.
3rd call at 10. Giles dropping the throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's on the run. Going to throw near side. Oh, it was caught and then intercepted. Incomplete, they're going to say.
Oh, I don't think he got a foot in bounds when he made the catch. That was a phenomenal interception by number 5, Boston Holland. But I don't believe he got any piece of his body in bounds, excuse me.
Take a look. It was there. It looked like it might have been enough for the first down.
Yeah, you can see the quarterback extends the play, just goes off the shoulder of the wide receiver, and he makes the grab. But again, watch him roll over the body of the wide receiver. Doesn't look like he's able. But this time,
how about that?
This time he gets all of that football. Run the route for the wide receiver, go up and grab it. Mr. Boston Hollins, get one interception? Nah, get two interceptions. Let's go the other way. You got to count one of them, Steve. You can't take that one away from him.
Absolutely. The junior comes up with the big play. All right, so the Titans take over. 4:51 left to go here in this first quarter of play. You get another look at the INT.
Yeah, it's a post route, and he kind of overthrows it and hits Holland right in the hands.
So they'll start this drive at the 8-yard line. Quarterback is Anderson Collier. Matthews in the backfield. Matthews will get the handoff. He's got running room left side. Lots of running room. Look out. Here goes Matthews. They're not going to catch him. Here comes the safety. He's going to make an effort at the very end, but it's not going to be enough. 92-yard touchdown run for the Titans.
Dance, young man, dance. You deserve it after that one. Great run and great job by the offensive line. You could see the speed. Once he got to the 50, he was picking it up and putting it down. One more time for Matthews.
132 yards rushing already.
Take a look at it one more time. And right here, this is where he hits the speed. That's where he turns it on. And great job by the safety, not giving up on the play, but the distance never got similar. He never made up ground because of the speed of Matthews, and he takes that one into the end zone untouched for the Titans.
Matthews last week, 197 yards rushing. And 132 already tonight. Extra point attempt is botched. No good is the call. So that means our score is 13-0. Matthews looking a little bit winded right there. If you take a look at the long touchdown run. 92 yards. The Titans on top. They lead it 13-0.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Yeah, look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit.
So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on Your View.
Check out that sunset. Are we in Florida?
It looks like it.
Man, that is something else. Great job by the crew here for Game Time, Your View. Tonight, your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week. Titans on top. They lead it 13-0. 6 carries, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Mr. Elijah Matthews. And Carl Albert getting ready to kick it off once again. Stephen Welch is the kicker. The Eisenhower Eagles just looking to find something that they can build upon here this evening. Not an easy task against this ball club.
Build a wall over there on that left side of the Carl Albert's offensive line because they're opening up major holes for Matthews.
He will not get to the 20, it looks like, maybe the 19. On the return for Lawton Eisenhower, number 13, Joshua Williams. And the Eagles will set it up 1st and 10. They'll spot him right at the 20-yard line.
Good tackle by number 21, Thomas, on that kickoff return right there.
You know, when you break it down, it's not just this team and tonight. This Carl Albert team, they don't do too much wrong. It's not like they're good on offense and okay on defense. They're usually good on both sides of the football, special teams included.
Pretty sound.
Miscommunication as he looked to hand off to somebody, nobody was there, and a loss on the play. 2 yards to the negative.
That's always got to be a scary moment in a quarterback's life when he looks to hand the ball off and he looks at his running back's not there. He's like, I guess I better take this myself. And you're running for your life.
Wasn't counting on that. 2nd and 11, handoff, straight ahead, nowhere. Going to lose a couple yards. Number 57, the first one there for Carl Albert. That would be Joe Thomas.
Thomas kind of gets up off the ground a little slow, but seems to be all right.
Eisenhower very quickly back to the line of scrimmage. On the 3rd and 13, going up top. There's nobody out there but a defender. He caught it. Was he in bounds? I believe he was. Interception by the Titans, Jake Farley. There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be on Eisenhower. There's the flag. Referee and officials gather to straighten it all out. Holding the call against Eisenhower. That's going to be declined.
So the interception will stand. And take a look at this. Just no wide receivers down the field. And number 0, Farley, decides, you know what, if they're not down here to catch it, I'll catch it myself. You can see just the miscommunication. The wide receiver thought it was a stop route, just a quick hitch on the outside to pick up the first down. He thought it was a vertical route, and Farley says, you know what, I'll take this vertical route the other way. So 2 interceptions by the Titans defense to start this game.
Farley goes out wide to the left. Near side is Lane Sexton. Man in the gap on the right side. Looks like we got a different quarterback in there, perhaps. Number 13 is Denham Friday. Handoff coming near side. It's Matthews once again, and Matthews gets another 11 yards on that carry.
Yeah, it's easy to play quarterback when all you got to do is look back there and hand it to number 1. Matthews will take a quick seat as coming into the game is number 17 at running back. That's Simmons, 5'8" sophomore.
So a new set of downs inside Eisenhower territory. Titans leading at 13-0. And we've got an official timeout. Let's see what that's about. And the band can't play. I guess, can you play if your team has the ball? Not at all? Okay.
So you can't play while the ball is spotted. Interesting. This is the first game that me and you, Steve, have done, and we've done a lot of games.
Yep.
Where we've had not 1 but 2 band incidences that affected the game.
Yeah. Is that new? Okay.
Apparently it's always been the rule, but they just normally don't really enforce it. But
diving
they're
catch.
enforcing it now.
How about that? Mitchell Ziebert, number 9, 5'8" senior, goes down floor level and makes that catch.
A really good grab. Take a look at this replay. Friday's going to put it out there, but It's really the wide receiver making that extra effort to kind of come up with that.
He said, look, I got it. 2nd and 3, running play. It's number 17 on the carry. That is Tylen Simmons, the 5'8", 170-pound sophomore.
That's enough for the Titans' first down, so the chains will move.
And the clock will continue to run with 2:25 left to go here in this first quarter of play. Friday taking the snaps on this drive for the Titans. Hands it off. Simmons again, straight ahead. He'll get about 9, maybe 10. They're going to say he got first down.
It was a nice move in the hole, great sidestep. Enough to pick up another first down. Take a look, just a nice sidestep, eluding some tacklers, and then takes a couple of hits.
Did you see the size of the hole in that play?
Yeah.
That offensive line is doing a job now.
They are working down there, and again, off that left side.
So a new set of downs, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage right at the Eisenhower 20-yard line. Quick toss to the left side. Pass is complete. Oh, almost got away. Friday that time to Sept again.
Sept just one missed tackle away from a touchdown. Just a great touchdown-saving tackle on the outside.
Just did trip him up. Good job there defensively for Lawton Eisenhower.
I don't have a 7 on my roster.
I do not either.
7, hopefully, you know, I want to give you the credit.
Yeah.
You can't.
2nd and short. Running play. It's Simmons again. He's got the first down inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal coming up for the Titans.
Job with the kick-out block. Even better job to come up with that tackle, not allowing this Carl Albert offense to pick up any more yards.
Friday's your quarterback. Simmons in the backfield for the Titans. Looking to throw on this play. Going up top, and it's going to be pass interference to call. Kind of held on to the intended wide receiver out there, number 8, trying to hook up with Makari Johnson. So incomplete pass as you take a look.
Yeah, just a jump ball and 2 defenders over there. It was well covered. The kind of the shove was unnecessary there towards the end, and you can see he's draped all over him.
So 1st and goal from the 5 now for the Titans. Friday's your quarterback. Simmons in the backfield. Simmons will get the call straight ahead. Won't get into the end zone, and that very well could be our final play of the first quarter.
20 seconds remaining. Let's see if Carl Albert decides to try and hurry up and get in there, but it does look like they're kind of chilling there on the goal line. So I imagine we'll take this one into the second quarter.
All right, so the Titans will have it 1st and goal inside, or 2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line, leading Lawton Eisenhower 13-0 our score.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call, regardless of who booked your airline tickets, us, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Welcome back to Carl Albert. There you see all the state championships that they have won. And Lawton Eisenhower's fans on the far side of the field. It's all Carl Albert right now. They lead it 13-0, and they're knocking on the door once again with the ball on the 1-yard line, they say. Quarterback, number 13, is Denham Friday. Tyler Simmons in the backfield. He's your tailback. And he'll get the call up the middle. Any signal? Not yet. Didn't get in that time. Good job by the Eisenhower defense.
Yeah, good job, especially in that middle presence. Did a good job of just holding steady, not allowing them to bully them into the end zone, because they were just going to go right up the middle. It looks like number 66 is one of the main contributors. Got the stop there. That looks like Michael Robertson.
But the Titans are able to get into the end zone as Matthews checked back into the lineup.
Yeah, quick little wildcat formation. First play, you give the runner an opportunity to get up the middle. And this time, nothing doing.
Matthews, for the third time, finds the end zone.
That brings his stats to 144 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns with just a minute in the second quarter.
Floranda in for the extra point attempt. Snap back, perfect kick into the evening sky, and that makes our score 20-0 in favor of the Titans. Let's take a look at the touchdown again. Just watch the push on that offensive line.
Yeah, just the wildcat formation, direct snap to Elijah Matthews, and Matthews goes into the end zone untouched.
That's how we start the second quarter of play here. And the Titans now on top, leading it by a score of 20-0. Well, everybody's going to get to play tonight for Carl Albert. Probably the same will be said true for Lawton Eisenhower as well. Take a look at our standings here this evening. Standings brought to you by Oklahoma Baptist Home for Children. Visit them. You can find out more. What's the address say there?
Yeah, that's www.obhe.
obhc.org. Sorry about that.
We were going to lead you astray, Steve.
It's a little dark in here. You turn the lights on.
My bad. I like to work in the dark. But yeah, you can see the standings right there for District 2, 5A. That's Carl Albert on top right now. But I mean, again, we've only played like 2 games within the season. This is the 3rd.
No district games.
No district games as of yet. But everybody imagines that Carl Albert will be on the top. But you know those Guthrie Blue Jays will kind of be fighting their way up there as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in District 2, 5A.
And don't forget about my Altus Bulldogs in there, too.
Oh, nobody forgets about the Bulldogs.
All right, so It'll be Lawton Eisenhower football, their first possession of the second quarter. They've moved the ball a little bit. Their stats will tell you they've only gained 2 yards to this point in the contest.
Yeah, I mean, they've moved the ball pretty well, though. I mean, especially on their first drive, picking up a couple of first downs.
Got a couple of huge losses, though.
Yeah, a couple of big negative plays and a couple of penalties as well that's been drive killers for them.
So they'll go back to work again. Amir Giles, the junior quarterback. Let's see what the Eagles come up with here on first down. Straight ahead give, fullback. Gets about 3 yards on the carry, maybe 4.
You got to give it up to the Eisenhower offensive line. They've done a good job of moving the football. Got to just be patient. Continue to get those 3-4 yards.
Running play, they tried again. Not much there this time. Stopped dead at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Good look there at number 7. That is LeBron Royal.
Yeah, he's been all over the place defensively for the Titans this evening.
So 3rd down and 5. Lawton Eisenhower with the football in their own territory. Quick pass, and it's intercepted. What a nice play by Farley.
Great.
He read that all the way.
He read, Steve, we saw the same thing. He saw that route, and it looked like it was one coverage, safety in the middle of the field, and he just undercuts that quick slant, and it's going the other way. 3 interceptions on the evening. Take a look. He's just that safety on that hash, and he sees that slant coming the whole way, and he just breaks on it. Great job. Almost throws it right to him. Good hands by the young man.
Is that great coaching and preparedness, or is that just a player making a great read?
It's all of the above, okay? You got to practice that. You got to see it in film, and then you got to execute it on the field, and he does all of it right there in that play.
And catch it, besides.
Got to make a play now.
So the Titans take over once again. Fridays at quarterback. Here's a running play left side. There goes Simmons inside the 15-yard line. And the Titans are starting to open it up.
Great job by Simmons. Look at the sense of urgency he has when he takes this football out of the quarterback's hand. He sees the outside, he gets it, and he goes.
Spot him down at about the 12-yard line. Titans on the march once again. Going out wide to the right side, number 8, Makari Johnson. Simmons at quarterback. For the Friday quarterback, Simmons gets the handoff, spins, and gets down to about the 7.
Simmons gets to the outside once again before he's upended by number 25, Bagsby.
So as you're watching, the Titans trying to get up now by a 4th touchdown. They've got a big game next week against Stillwater. That will be a confrontation. Their first real test of the year.
Confrontation is a great word for it, Steve.
Running play up the middle. And we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, and also a busted play. That was supposed to be a zone read to the other side. Running back on the wrong side. I don't know who's wrong on this one, the quarterback or running back, but either way, going to be off or not. It's going to be a holding on the Titans.
So they'll back that one up. So when talking about a big game next week against Stillwater, you have to decide whether you're going to, how much are you going to play your starters tonight? Do you want them to get the repetitions in so they're, primed for the game next week? Or do you want to, keep them out a little bit to make sure that nobody gets hurt?
I'm glad you asked that question, Steve, because it all depends on the team. you got to remember the individuals that you have on this field and know your players. With this being a Carl Albert team, although the line of scrimmage, offense and defense are experienced, these young players that are the primary skill guys, they're kind of youthful in the varsity level. So I would kind of keep them out there a little bit longer than normal to kind of get them experience and get them that continuity with each other, especially game reps can't be spoiled. You gotta take advantage of them, especially this early in the season.
So Friday takes the carry and the ball himself as he gets about 6 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. The line to gain is about the 2.5.
All the starters for the skill position team has just run on the field, and the play clock is at 8 seconds. So let's see if they'll be able to get this play off. And looks like Carl Albert went ahead and called a timeout. Smart by the coaching staff, because I don't know. They were hurrying to the line. They might have got it off, but it was a question mark there.
All right, we'll take a timeout ourselves. Carl Albert on top. They lead it 20-0, and they're knocking on the door again. We'll be back.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family. For less than $1 a day, we could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Welcome back, everybody. We are at Gary Rose Stadium. Of course, the legendary coach who got the ball rolling really here and got those state championships, followed by Mike Corley and now Mike Dunn. And the Titans threatening again with a 3rd and 6 situation, and just go ahead and give them a touchdown. Simmons with a touchdown for Carl Albert, and that makes it 26-0.
Great job by Simmons. This time they put him at the Wildcat position, and he just gets off to the outside again on that left side. Excuse me, this time the right. Right?
Yep.
No, that's the left. I got you, Steve. Take a look. Left side, gets off the edge, and just dodges a would-be tackler and gets into the end zone. Great job by number 17, Simmons. See how I did that?
You did.
Oh, man.
So on for the extra point again. Floranda puts it up and through the uprights, and that makes it 27-0 in favor of the Titans. We do have a flag offside, so I'm sure they'll decline that.
And it seems like he gave that signal, so everybody will make their way off the field. Let's get another look at that touchdown real quick. Again, Wildcat formation. Simmons just takes it off that left side. Everybody picking up a good block. He just has to make one guy miss, and he gets into the end zone for the Titans. Oh, and it looks like they are going to kick that field goal again.
So it's still early season for us, too. Snap back, ball down, and the kick is up and good. So with the clock stopped right now, it's 7:52 left to go before halftime. The Titans have the lead at 27-0. Coming up next week on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, another good rivalry matchup, the Millwood Falcons and the Heritage Hall Chargers. Always a good time when we're at Heritage Hall. Remember, we'll be outside.
Yeah, we will be outside, and hopefully, the good thing it's going to be at the early part of the season. But again, hopefully the weather's like this, and not as bad as let's not say bad, but it was a little chilly last week. So hopefully we get the good weather for our outside performance. But Millwood and Heritage Hall, which seems like we call that game every year. So even every year, it's phenomenal.
Two great coaches, and Brett Bogert, of course, the head coach for Heritage Hall. And you've got Darwin Franklin, be his 13th season at Millwood. Number 4 and number 5 preseason. There's my boy Steve Coney in the background, the awesome photographer that he is. And Welsh to kick off for Carl Albert. Titans on top, leading at 27-0. Good kick. That's going to go into the end zone. No return there. And the Eagles will get it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see offensively what the Eagles try to do here. I mean, again, they've had success running the football on a couple of downs. I mean, a couple of 3-yard, 4-yard pops from the offensive line for the Eagles. And I think you have to stay with that. I think you have to stay patient, especially you got to remember the objective and the goal of this game for the Eagles of Eisenhower, and that was consistency and executing on offense. And so got to be playing your best plays, and I think that running game has done them well this night.
Eisenhower with a handoff trying to get to the outside. That was forced back in there by number 6, Austin Johnson, and then the teammates came and made the tackle. Gained him maybe a yard on the play. Tackle made by Bo Davis. Right there on your screen, number 3. Running play straight ahead, and just not much there.
Guess who again? Number 7, LeBron Royal.
Making the play. He's made several already tonight. And 3rd and long. Just a couple of yards on that carry.
Yeah, sneaking into that hole was Thomas, number 21. And a good tackle. Darion Thomas, number 7, LeBron Royal, and then number 0, Farley. Those guys defensively have been the catalyst right now for the Titans.
4th down, they're going to go for it. They're going to throw it up top and nearly intercepted. Jackson Webster is going to wish he had that one back. Look at him.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Okay, for number 2, Webster, the interception would have looked really good in the stats. Okay, I'm not going to fault you for that, but would have looked really good in the stats. He's wearing the number 2, almost like a Florida State prime time. Okay.
Yep.
But it's 4th down, and an incompletion. Look at the distance right there. That's like 20, maybe 30 yards of field position that he would have been given up.
So you're saying maybe they were trying to get an interception? Just throw the ball deep?
I don't think as a quarterback you want, to throw interceptions as punts.
That'll hurt your rating a little bit.
That will hurt you a little bit, but would have helped this defense out a little bit.
Titans will take over at the Eisenhower 22-yard line. Anderson Collier back in at quarterback, the starter of tonight's contest. He's going to go up top and throw. Wrong shoulder. Number 3, the intended receiver, Bo Davis, incomplete.
Yeah, he could put that on the complete wrong shoulder. Just a miscommunication by the quarterback and the wide receiver, because take a look at this. I mean, this is touchdown all day, but he puts it on his outside shoulder. And he has to, and the replay doesn't catch it, but you can see he turned inside first, and then the replay catches him looking outside.
So 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Collier, handoff, Matthews. Nobody's touched him. Nobody will touch him. Touchdown, Carl Albert. 4th touchdown of the night for Matthews.
And you got to give credit to big number 59 who escorts him into the end zone. That was a phenomenal job by the offensive lineman.
Perici. 22-yard touchdown run.
And 166 yards for number 1 and 4 touchdowns. It's a good night, Steve. It's a real good night. And you get a little camera time, a little bit of TV time. Not bad. Can't argue with that.
3 touchdowns in 5 minutes and 43 seconds here in the second quarter of play. The extra point is good. And that will make the score now 34-0.
It's a great job, again, executing the running game. If you're Carl Albert, take a look. Perucci just leading the way. Great patience by Elijah Matthews. That's something that you don't understand about in football. This is something that's getting taught at the higher level, is when you have that speed, you don't have to use it all the time, okay? You can kind of deliberately set up blocks. You can kind of deliberately set up, cutbacks by, altering your speed just to here, and it makes for bigger explosive plays within the run, within the progression of the play. So right there, slowing down, allowing your offensive lineman to get in front of you, lead the way, gives that block, that would-be tackler some indecisiveness, and then the blocker can pick it up and you can go into the end zone untouched. If you just get out of that hole and just run down the field and blow by your blocker, he has all the time in the world to come up and make a tackle on you, and instead of a touchdown, you're looking at, first and goal on the 5-yard line. But slowing yourself down, allowing the blocker to get in front of you, running with patience, being wise, those are the type of things that's going to make Elijah Matthews one of the best players in the state, and he's on his way to that trajectory.
Welch kicks it off for the Titans. Eisenhower on the return will get it out to about the 23-yard line. And that'll stop the clock with 6:10 left to go here in this first half of play. And if you're wondering, will they go to the running clock if it becomes more than a 35-point deficit? Then it becomes an issue for both coaches. They have to both agree to it. And, obviously, if you're Carl Albert, you're thinking, okay, we've accomplished what we needed to. Maybe we could get some more reps for some of our younger players. If you're Lawton Eisenhower, maybe you want to play through and you want to just keep working and trying to get better. That's something we'll probably discuss more in the second half. There's a big sack there by LeBron Royal.
I'm telling you, we've been calling his name defensively all night long. Number 7 is a man amongst boys out there on that edge. He's royalty, Steve.
Yes, no doubt about that.
He's royalty.
Eisenhower very quickly, they're not trying to run any clock. They are getting up to the line of scrimmage and trying to execute. That was one of the keys that you had mentioned in the pregame, is that they want to execute better.
And I like that game plan. When you're facing up against a top-notch opponent like that, try to catch them on their heels a little bit. They're trying to do that with the tempo, but Carl Albert's doing a good job of answering the bell. That's what they call it, right? That's what they say. Answering the bell, or is answering the bell or answering the call?
Answering the bell, sure, call, whatever.
One of the two.
It's Coach Barrett Matthews. And the crew looking down on Eisenhower. 4th down situation. Remember, they went for it earlier, deep in their own territory. This time it looks as though they're going to punt it away.
And this is Eisenhower's first punt of the night, of the game. So hopefully they can execute this cleanly. Let's take a look here.
Line of scrimmage at the 21-yard line, and they muffed it, and then the punter falls on the football at about the 5-yard line. That's not what they were looking for.
That's not the announcer jinx.
No.
That wasn't my fault.
I'm not going to blame you.
All right, deal.
Not much they could do on that.
He had some time, but I think it was one of those situations where he knew the ball was kind of at his feet, panicked a little bit, and just hopped on top of it instead of getting a touchdown right there. He had some time to kind of pick it up and punt that thing away.
So the Titans set up to score again here before halftime. Collier's in at quarterback. Simmons is the tailback. Going out wide to the right is Austin Johnson. Near side, number 8, is McCory Johnson. See what the Titans want to do here on 1st and goal. From the 6, quarterback keeper Collier. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Albert. So Collier adds to the scoring and again just walks into the end zone.
Yeah, just a good job. That's a option play to the outside. You don't see that too often, but Carl Albert has it up their sleeves and goes in untouched.
Out of the hold of Jake Farley. Extra point attempt once again by Keon Florenda. Royal just getting onto the field. Snap back. Kick on the way is up, and it is good. So they increased the lead. As you take a look at the touchdown, and we go to break. 41-0. Titans on top. Collier into the end zone for 6.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back. Oh, there you go. There's some.
Yeah, some arm wrestling, huh?
How about that?
Let's go. I got the blonde curly head kids too.
Do you? Okay. Yeah, the youngsters enjoying the football game and the surroundings here tonight. Family affair at Carl Albert.
Looks like it's enjoying a nice ring pop there too. Where are they selling those at? I'll take a ring pop right about now.
Sure, why not? All right, here we go. High kick into the end zone once again. They have executed that well this evening, as they have just about every facet of the game, as expected here tonight. Carl Albert on top. 41-0 our score with 4:30 to go before halftime.
Yeah, coming into this matchup, you kind of knew Carl Albert being one of the best teams in the state at Class 5A, and Eisenhower kind of being off to a rough start to the season. You're kind of, a little curious on what you were going to see and what you were going to get. This is definitely a much improved Eisenhower team from the first game of the season to the second to this one right here, the third. But still, Carl Albert just in the class above, their own. Giles dropping the throw, and he's going to get thrown down. Tackled back at about the 5-yard line. Is that the king of the edge right there? Man. Mr. Royal? The royalty himself? I think it is. Having one nice football game on the defensive end, number 7. Can't get away from big guy on the edge there. Again, 6'1", 215-pound senior. Running play up the middle. Nothing doing there. Give him a couple yards, get him out to about the 11-yard line. Give him about 4 yards on the carry. Bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 19 as the pass goes over the middle. And did Farley get another one? I think he did.
Another INT for Mr. Farley.
And that's interception number 3 for Farley. Anytime that ball's in the air, it seems to find number 0. Take a look at this right here. The quarterback just sails it a little bit on that post route, and Farley comes from the other hash and just picks it up off the turf.
I think we've got an award for the defensive player of the game, don't we? You think he might get that?
I don't know.
Well, he's got Royal.
Farley. There's a number of guys who's kind of put their hats in that drawing.
Titans take over again, 1st and 10. They'll have the ball at the Eisenhower 32-yard line, and looks like a timeout. Eisenhower, the Eagles, want to take a timeout. They trail it now. 3:31 left to go here before halftime. 41-0 is our score. Carl Albert on top.
Yeah, Eisenhower is just going to try to get things together defensively here. Not trying to give up another touchdown before halftime with 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first half. It's going to be interesting to see what they go defensively here, because if I'm them, I'm thinking, hey, this Carl Albert Titans team has done a great job of running the football all night. So I kind of go into a man defense, although their athletes on the outside are pretty impressive, but go to a man defense and try to load the box up a little bit and stop this running game. Kind of slow down one objective of the offense and then deal with the rest and see what unfolds from that standpoint. Load the box up a little bit, play a little man-to-man on the outside, and see if you can get after this quarterback just a little bit, especially with 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining before halftime. Try to get a stop. Try to get some confidence from your defense.
Take a look at some of the other scores across the state in Class 5A. Lawton MacArthur leading Lawton 32-6. Ponca City on top of Will Rogers 28-0. Guthrie leads Duncan 28-10. All these are first half scores naturally. Let's see. Altus is trailing Cash 28-21. You've got Tuttle and Noble. Tuttle leads Noble 34-0. Collinsville on top of Edison Prep 52-6. And McGinnis at Dallas Bishop. That is scheduled for tomorrow. Here is a pass play, complete. And I think that was Farley again, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got the hands on this team.
He sure does.
He's proved it on the defensive side of things.
And they said Webster caught that ball. It was Farley. Here's a pass to the end zone. Corner open. Did he get a foot in?
Webster caught that one, Steve.
He did.
Are they going to say it's a completion?
Looking at the signal.
I don't see a signal yet. I mean, the players are celebrating as if it's a touchdown, but it looks like they're walking it back. And they're going to say it was not a touchdown.
Did not get a foot in.
I thought
apparently.
he got a foot down, man.
Out of bounds. You take a look. You be the judge.
Yeah, this is one from the back camera here, and you can see, let's see if he gets a toe inside the red. I mean, from there it looks like he got a toe inside the red. Am I wrong, Steve?
Looks like it. Little pass play out to the right side. Pass is caught there, and he'll get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, Webster said, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. Just like in the first quarter when Boston Holland got an interception, they said it was incomplete, and then the ensuing possession or ensuing play, he gets a touchdown. Well, right here, Webster says, you don't want to give me my toe tap? You don't want to give me my toe tap? Fine. I'll just take a little screen pass, do a little move on the sideline, elude some tacklers, and get into the end zone for the Titans. Take a look. Good blocking down the field. And stretches it, gets into the end zone for another Carl Albert Titan touchdown.
5th touchdown of the quarter for Carl Albert. Extra point attempt, low snap. Good job by the holder. Guess who that is? Farley.
Yep, right hands, Farley. Right hands.
And he gets it up, and the kick is good. 48-0. Carl Albert on top with 3:02 left to go here in this first half of play. Take a look at our upcoming schedule as to what's next on the schedule. You got Millwood at Heritage Hall next week. The following week, it's PC North against PC West. Then Choctaw versus Putnam City. Then Dion's going to go on vacation for a couple of weeks. And we're going to have Lawton MacArthur at Newcastle on the 24th. And then we'll wrap up the regular season, Lawton MacArthur versus Bishop McGinnis.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a fun rest of the season of football. And Putnam City and Choctaw and all kinds of schools will get a visit from yours truly and Steve.
They're having a good time in the stands tonight. Have to wear your sunglasses because it's so bright in here with the way that Carl Albert and the Titans have been playing.
And lighten up the scoreboard.
They have been doing that. No question. And there's the youngins. And the parents. All enjoying the action here tonight. Strong tradition here at Carl Albert. Once a Titan, always a Titan.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Head coach Mike Dunn, class of 2002. He reminded me tonight when he was playing at Carl Albert that I interviewed him. I said, well, thanks for making me feel old, Coach. I interviewed you while you were still in high school. There's Coach Dunn right there.
Yeah, and he's done a great job of continuing the tradition of winning football here in Carl Albert. And he's really familiar with it. Got that Jordan brand on his chest, too.
There
Jordan brand school. Got to be a top-notch program to be one of those, and Carl Albert certainly is. 40
consecutive victories, looking to make it 41 here tonight. The state record, all-time record, is 58, held by Bixby from 2018 to 2022. So they won't be able to get there this year, but they could next year. Got to win state this year again and claim a fourth in a row.
Yeah, but they got a schedule ahead of them. And speaking of the schedule, next week they've got a tough matchup versus Stillwater. So it's going to be interesting if they can complete that, keep that streak going.
Eagles again, not trying to draw the clock out. They are trying to get a lot of repetitions and get some balance on this offense. Got a feel for Mr. Giles there is what he's had to go through tonight. Handoff up the middle. Going to be near first down yardage.
I think they might have got us.
I think they did.
And that's kind of offense that I've been talking about, for them to continue to running the football, getting those 3 yards, getting those 4 yards, and picking up first down, just being patient with the offense and trying to execute.
Tellis Weaver, the freshman, got the first down. Giles, the quarterback, scrambling this time. Couldn't really find anywhere to go. Going to lose a yard or two. But the clock will continue to run with 1:40 left to go here before halftime. Snap back to Giles. Here comes the blitz from the outside. Giles on the run, throws too high and incomplete.
Yeah, Giles had to get away from a lot of pressure right there. They send a corner blitz on the top of your screen that he was running away from, and then he runs right into the area of LeBron Royal and forces him to kind of go backwards. So he just trying to get that ball out of his hand, and it's just too high for his intended wide receiver there on the right side.
Ford Halftime Show coming up, brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Got some interviews coming up.
Yeah, certainly.
You want to share with everybody?
Also probably going to be able to watch the band as well.
Pass down the middle. Pass is incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:11 left to go here before halftime.
Again, Giles with a lot of pressure from the Carl Albert defense, trying to just throw that ball down the field, and luckily enough it doesn't fall into the hands of another Carl Albert Titan.
So So 4th down and 11. Snap is back in good shape, and the punt is blocked. It's going to roll into the end zone. And is he going to get on it in time?
No, I don't think he did. But it looks like it was blocked by big number 57, Joe Thomas.
Not much going right for the Eagles tonight. And you like to say you're surprised at that, but coming in, just given the history of Carl Albert and what Eisenhower has been through so far this year, this is kind of expected. Sad to say. But you know that they're going to be building and trying to get better each and every week.
Look at that. It looks like a number of guys. Joe Thomas, number 21, who's running after the football right there.
Darian Thomas.
And then number 0, Jake Farley, who's been all over the field tonight. He was back there as well, and Joe Thomas was the one that got a hand on it. And they're going to call it a safety.
So the safety will make it 48, now 50-0. I've got to explain how that all works to the Eisenhower coaching staff. It's going to be a tough season for these Eagles. Wish them nothing but the best, and hopefully they can build off each and every game and get just a little bit better each and every game.
Yeah. When you're building a program, that's exactly what you need. You need to string together, positive building blocks. And, just down by down, quarter by quarter, game by game, just build a culture where you do the right things and you continue to get better as a whole.
So both teams will make their way back on the field. So the safety means they get the 2 points, and Eisenhower will have to kick it away to Carl Albert.
Yes, they will. It looks like number 14, Marquise Evans, is back there to return the kick. 6 foot, 165-pound junior.
So the Titans might not be done yet. Set to kick it away is number 20, Ridge Claiborne. And he will do so from his own 20-yard line. So Carl Albert will have pretty good field position. What they decide to do with the final minute of play is yet to be determined. High kick, fielded at the 32, drop, pick back up. On the return, number 14 is Marquise Evans. And they're going to say he's down at about the 41-yard line. Actually spot him exactly at the 40. So Carl Albert will get the ball. 56 seconds remaining in the half. They put Friday back in at quarterback. Matthews is out there. Denham Friday. A split time with Anderson Collier here tonight. Friday's going to throw. Pass is caught complete. Number 23 is Joseph Ludolph.
And they're going to work their 2-minute offense right here. Great job right there. Quick pass to the sidelines. Quick hitch route. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They're going to try to matriculate this ball down the field. Work that 2-minute.
From their own 47-yard line, Titans Want to throw, going up top. Friday looking deep, got a receiver. Oh, he couldn't hang on. Just a little bit beyond the outstretched hands of Lane Sexton.
And it touched his fingertips.
It did.
And you know the rules, Steve. When you're a wide receiver, if it touches your hands, you should have caught it. You got to lay out for that one. Take a look. Nice thrown ball by Friday. And Sexton just outstretched arms just a little bit more, and he could have brought that thing in. But a beautiful play. Again, incomplete pass stops the clock, though. So it's third and 4.
Friday's going to option out to the right side, keep it himself, get first down yardage into the secondary. Finally tripped up at about the 36-yard line. First down for the Titans, keeps the drive alive. Clock stopped, 38 seconds left to play here before half.
Take a look at this. Again, another option play. Good job by the offensive line stringing that thing out. He sees a hole and he hits it.
Perucci with another great block on the offensive line. Friday looking to throw, going up top, got a receiver. Oh, just beyond his outstretched arms. Couldn't hook up that time with Marquise Evans.
But you love to see him lay out like that.
Yep.
Just phenomenal effort by Evans. You got to lay out. If you want to make the big plays, if you want to show your quarterback that you'll give effort and you'll take a shot for him like he takes a shot for you, you got to lay out. And right there, just a little too much mustard on that hot dog. But Evans, great attempt at the football.
So 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Twins out wide either side this time. Friday in the empty backfield throws. Passes caught underneath, blocking out in front. Reception made there by Sexton. He's got enough for the first down. And the Titans keep the drive alive. They stop the clock with 17 seconds left. And they'll start it right back up. And here we go. Could be the final play of the half. Friday going to drop the throw. And he throws, caught. At about the 1 yard line, 2 yard line maybe by Evans. First down, stops the clock with 9 seconds left.
They're hurrying up to the line, doing a good job, and they're going to call a timeout. Wisely, they're going to call a timeout. You know what they're going to do. They're going to bring that Wildcat package in. They've done it every time on the goal line. This time they call a timeout just to give them some time to bring it out. I bet you they execute that thing and try to punch one more into the end zone before halftime with 9 seconds remaining.
It almost feels as though we're going to, do everything we can in this first half and then maybe turn it over to the subs in the second half. Here's the pass.
See, this a great job by number 14 Evans to kind of reach back, maneuver his body to get in position to make that grab. It's unfortunate he couldn't get into the end zone because I wanted to see him get rewarded for his efforts on that last play where he lays out and tries to bring that pass in for his quarterback. But that time he does a good job running a post route in the middle of the field. Makes a terrific catch and a terrific grab. Almost gets into the end zone for the Titans.
So 9 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Again, you see Friday's coming off the field. Collier's coming in. Looks like number 21, Thomas, will be in the backfield.
Darian Thomas takes the direct snap, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Titans. And that'll make it 56-0 with the extra point yet to come.
Seems like if you can handle the exchange from the center at the Wildcat position, Carl Albert Titans will put you in the game.
So here comes the extra point attempt. Once again, snap back, ball down. And just like most everything else tonight, done perfectly by the Carl Albert Titans, who now lead it by a score of 57-0 with 6 seconds left to go here in this first half.
Just a strong performance by the Titans there. And a great job executing that 2-minute drill. First pass is a completion. They get out of bounds, stop the clock. Then they get a third down where they have to pick up a big first one. They run that option play. Friday moves that ball aggressively down the field, sees a hole, attacks it. Then they throw 2 shots down the field, both of them incomplete, but still good efforts by the wide receivers. Finally, that third one connects on the 1-yard line. And then a great job, great use of your timeouts, calling a timeout rather quickly to get the proper offense out there. And then Thomas walks into the end zone, is escorted by his offensive line with a phenomenal push in the middle. And you can see the big fellas celebrating on the sideline and having fun playing football in the state of Oklahoma.
What could Carl Albert have done better in this half?
You know, the penalties. They talked about it in the keys of the game, and that was something that I was expecting for them to really I mean, there's penalties where you're just playing hard and giving effort, and some of those face mask penalties is that. But still, you got to clean that up because you're going to be facing some top-notch teams in this ball game, or in this season, excuse me, and those penalty yards will cost you. Next week, you're playing Stillwater. Sure. Those penalties will cost you. They will make you pay for that.
Kick is going to go into the end zone, and the Eagles will get to bring out the offense for one final play. See what they opt to do with that final play. Just an impressive performance every way you look at it. Offensively, they were able to move the ball at will. They had several great catches.
Yeah.
The defense played extremely well, shutting down any type of running game and coming up with 3 interceptions, all by Mr. Farley.
Well, and you got to remember there was one more by number 5, Boston Hollins. You can't forget about the first one of the night. But after that, Farley kind of took over.
Final play, perhaps, running play up the middle. Going to be about a 4-yard gain. And the clock winds down, and that will do it for our first half. 57-0 is our score. Carl Albert's Titans on top of the Eisenhower Eagles. Don't go too far. We've got plenty of action coming your way. Deion's got a couple of interviews you want to listen to. The band will be performing, and we'll come back with some halftime highlights as well. That's all coming your way next here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Are you constantly getting up at night because you have to go? Is your bladder controlling your life? Now, gain control of your life with Better Bladder, a natural herbal alternative to prescription medicine.
I used to have to go to the bathroom every 20 minutes. With a degree of urgency, I no longer feel. I now can go 3, 4, and I have gone 5 hours without stopping to use the restroom.
Having had the experience as a doctor using Better Bladder and with patients, I can really recommend it with confidence.
A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month, but it won't cost you that today because you can experience Better Bladder free for 30 days. You also get a free 30-day supply of Therabotanics Perfect Omega. Just one Perfect Omega has the power of 3 ordinary fish oil supplements. Plus, get a free copy of Doctor's Secrets to a Better Bladder. A $60 total value, free. Call the number on your screen now and take back control with Better Bladder.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and Member Guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Welcome back to the Forward Game of the Week here on Your View as Carl Albert leads the way 57-0 versus Eisenhower. And ladies and gentlemen, earlier I got a chance to talk with some special guests down on the field about, some great things that Cox is doing. And let's go ahead and get to that interview right now here on Cox. With us being here at Midwest City, we thought we'd talk to some of their fine community members and some of the great things that they're doing for the community. I'm standing here with State Senator Brenda Stanley, as well as teacher over at elementary school, at Pleasant Hill Elementary School, Karen McCabe. Now, guys, Karen, I know that you've received a big-time grant from Cox, and what they do over at Cox is their employees donate from their own paychecks to kind of help Oklahoma teachers. Now, you received it last year. What did you do with the money, and how did it help your community as well as some of your students?
Well, I have to begin by thanking the Cox employees because you brought your hardworking local money to my school, and that's just incredible that you would bless the children in a very physical way so that they can grow academically and socially and mentally and emotionally in every way. So with the money, I purchased a rolling sensory bin and all the awesome fillers. We're talking sand, all the bubble toys, the rice, the beans, everything so that they can incur multi-sensory learning, so that they're feeling, smelling, talking about what they're learning as they're exploring and investigating nature and man-made objects. So thank you to Cox, and I encourage everybody to get online tonight and start that process. I'm going to as well, to do it again this year because it was such a blessing.
That's amazing. And Senator Stanley, I'm sure that you really can appreciate that, being a former teacher and principal.
Yes, I love that. I love that you received one of those grants, and thank you, Cox Communications, for providing those grants for our educators. It's incredible the amount of money that teachers spend out of pocket. They see good things. They have great ideas. They want to enhance their classrooms, and I just so appreciate Cox being willing to do that. Thank you all so much.
And I also understand that you also do some amazing things in the community and for your own district as well, being a senator. So what are some of those things that you do?
Thank you. I love being out here at Carl Albert High School. This is the school that if I had children at home, this is the school they would attend. This is a great school district. I was excited to get to go to the Middale Convocation at the beginning of school. That's where Rick Cobb, our superintendent, and his staff put on a great introduction for the beginning of schools. I love teachers. I love support staff. I love the excitement at the beginning of school. I had 43 years experience as an educator, a teacher, and a principal. I loved every day of it. I continue to love it today. We have made miraculous investments into schools during my tenure. We've raised teachers' salary. We've done a lot to provide educational opportunities for teachers and support staff, children. So we're doing a lot in the legislature. Not enough. We can always do more. But we are so proud of what we have done, and I'm excited to be here tonight to share that with you all.
Well, we're proud of what both of you guys have done in the community, and we really appreciate it, especially being teachers. Again, not easy and a very thankless job, but you guys do a great job.
May I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
You know, being a teacher, you know you're never going to be a millionaire, but you know you're incredibly rich by the lives that you've touched. In fact, I love it when I see my former students as teachers and principals. The Carl Albert Middle School principal is my former student.
Really?
Yes, I taught her in 5th grade. The head football coach, Mike Dunn, I had him when he was a student at Soldier Creek Elementary when I was an assistant principal at Soldier Creek. So those roots run deep, and I'm very, very proud of them.
Very full circle. Well, with that being the case, guys, we want to thank you once again and for everything that you guys are doing in the community. And for teachers that are listening right now, we just said it. It's a thankless job, but if you need a little bit of help, just go to coxcharitycentral.org. One more time, coxcharitycentral.org, and apply for some of these grants, and maybe we can help you out a little bit as well. Thank you. Great job by me interviewing those special young ladies. Gotta love it. Again, guys, coxcharitycentral.org. Right now, we're going to take a look at the Carl Albert Band as they have taken the field. Take it away. That was the Carl Albert Mighty Titan Band. Guys, this is the Ford Game of the Week. We'll be right back with a few messages from our sponsors.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are at halftime here at Carl Albert. Titans on top as they lead Lawton Eisenhower by a score of 57-0. And with that, let us check the scores from across the state to see what's going on in some of the 6A games this week. You see Putnam City on top of PC North 28-6 there at the half. Capitol Hill and Grant scoreless. No score there from Grant just yet. Star Spencer and Classen tied at 14 apiece. Choctaws out of state playing in Hayes, Kansas, and losing on the road. 14-6 is the score there. Those are scores from District 1 this week so far. In District 1, you've got more scores there. Stillwater clobbering Enid 48-0. That's who this Carl Albert team will play next week. And in the Moore War, it is Moore on top of Southmore 14-7. That is a halftime score. And in 5A, Southeast on top of John Marshall. You see Cash is leading Altus 28-21. MacArthur on top of Lawton High 32-6. And Hera and Western Heights, no score from there to report just yet. Those are some of the scores from across the state. And some others that we have. Tuttle, Noble, still waiting on a score from that one, as well as Weatherford and El Reno. So we've got some highlights coming your way, and we'll get ready for second half action here tonight at Carl Albert. The Titans on top and in control, leading it 57-0.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer, and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. All right, there you see the goalposts as we've had a little action at the goalpost tonight. Yeah. Because Carl Albert's been putting some points on the board with 8 first-half touchdowns. They're on top, leading at 57-0. And with that, let's take a look at some of those halftime highlights here for you. And if you're an Eagles fan, we're sorry, but it's going to be all about Carl Albert.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can get through all 8, but we can get through some of them. This is the first touchdown of the evening right now. Elijah Matthews going in from a 10-yard score to make it 7-0 for the Titans. And then take a look at this one. going 92 yards, picking them up and putting them down. Matthews, that's Mr. Matthews to you, as he goes in for another score, his second of the evening on that one. Goes in untouched pretty much, and then with the Wildcat formation going in, watch that offensive line push him into the end zone, and then not to be outdone, but number 17, Simmons, gets into the end zone himself on that left side, and then again, number one in your heart and number one on your program, touching the end zone one more time. That was his third on the evening, and gets into the air celebrating with his teammates. That makes the score 57-0 for the Carl Albert Titans. Man, we got so much action for you coming back. We'll see you after this quick message.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Listen, shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
And welcome back, everybody. Time now to take a look at the Cox Fast Stats, giving football fans all the latest stats courtesy of the nation's fastest internet provider. Learn more at cox.com/internet. What do you see there?
Man, I see a lot of yards over here for the Carl Albert Titans. Look at the score, and you can kind of see how things kind of illustrate themselves. A total yards of 378, a lot of it on the ground, 255, and passing in the air. I think they still need to improve on that a little bit, especially going into next week, but 123, most of it coming on that last 2-minute drill. It was pretty impressive for them to operate that way, but 17 first downs, that's a big number, but got to get things cleaned up. Carl Albert defense doing some work over here. One thing they don't have on the stat sheet right now, 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions, big plays from the defense in the secondary. Man, they've been dominating this game, and it shows on the stat sheet, Steve.
There you go. Fast Stats brought to you by the good folks at Cox, the world's and the nation's fastest internet provider. Learn more at cox.com/internet. And there's a look at the Titans getting ready to begin the second half What do you know about this Stillwater team? Carl Albert obviously playing them next week, and what really will be their first test of the year.
It's going to be a test. They need to bring their number 2 pencils. They need to sharpen that thing. They might need to bring an eraser with them as well, because Stillwater is tough. They built a program kind of similar to Carl Albert's, where it's built on integrity. It's built on, competing at the highest level, and they do work in the trenches. They got those guys down low. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes of that matchup next week. But first and foremost, they got to finish up the second half here and get this W on the board before they move on to next week.
We had a discussion earlier about Coach Mike Dunn telling me about when I interviewed him when he was a student, and now I got to thinking about something else that makes me feel old. I remember calling a high school football game when Matt Holliday was the quarterback for Stillwater.
Matt Holliday,
the baseball
quarterback,
was the quarterback.
You called a game with Matt Holliday as being the quarterback?
Yes, sir.
Goodness gracious. you did this one to yourself, okay? Because now he has literally a son in playing professional baseball. Wow. Not in high school, playing professional. No, now 2. The second one got drafted last year as well. So, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, how about that? That just hit me. I remember being at Moore Stadium calling the game against the Lions back in whatever year that would have been.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because literally last night, as Josh Jacobs is playing on Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football with the Packers, I called his last high school game, and to think that he's like, in his 4th, maybe 5th year in the NFL now, and I called his last high school game. Makes me feel kind of old as well. They grow up fast, Dean. They grow up fast.
How about that? All right, so we're getting ready for second half action here tonight on Your View, and we thank you all for joining us here this evening. Stick with us. We'll try to entertain you as well as bring you all the action here tonight. Dion is always good at that part. I'm just kind of the straight guy.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do to pay the bills. Got to have these jokes ready and willing.
You look at it again in some of the historical feats that Carl Albert is trying to pull off. They won state championship last year, 30-6, when they beat Guthrie. That made it 3 straight. They've won 8 of the last 9 and 19 overall. That is tied with Ada for the most state championships in the sport of football in the state of Oklahoma. Ada has not won, I think it was since 1996, so it's been a while. And when you look back and you think now that Carl Albert is just continuing to roll, and you look at the product they have out here now, and the fact that they don't have that many seniors on this ball club is really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if you look down the line, I mean, the numbers that we've called throughout the game, the only senior that I can really remember is LeBron Royal, who's a senior defensive end who we've called his name a number of times. But other than that, it's a host of juniors and sophomores that have been making their presence felt in this matchup.
I mean, Zebert, we've called his name a couple times. Welch, the offensive lineman. I mean, they just don't have that many seniors on the squad. But that's the way it is right now for Carl Albert. So they've got a lot coming back. 10 seniors on this entire ball club, 28 juniors, 21 sophomores. And we told you about the woes of Eisenhower. They only have 12 seniors on the team, 6 juniors, 5 sophomores, 13 freshmen. And there's the first play from scrimmage, bouncing it outside and getting about 9, perhaps 10. And that's the way we start the second half for Lawton Eisenhower.
Good chunk of yards on that first down carry.
Tulsa Weaver, the ball carrier on that play.
Weaver picking up a first down for Eisenhower.
Another running play, that'll be first down yardage. So we'll check the roster as we go for Carl Albert. See some of the numbers in there that I don't remember seeing a whole lot in that first half of play. Lane Sexton's out there still. Number 58, Carson Ring. Running play up the middle, big hole over the right side. So the Eagles come out running the football a little bit better.
Moving the ball a little bit. Second first down on this drive.
Quick pass to the far side of the field is caught. Short gain on the play. Tackle made there by number 14, Marquise Evans.
Good job, way to lay out. Just a quick screen pass to the outside. Evans makes a nice play on the football.
They give him a yard in the play, so call it 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Pass play, far side, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 9:41 left to go. Clock is back to running now, even after the incomplete pass. Running play, flag comes out.
Yeah, that's going to be a face mask. I saw his head come down.
You can see the referee right there. He's telling everybody, run the clock. So we've got running clock for the rest of the ball game here as you take a look at the preceding play.
Yeah, and you can see the face mask right there.
Some grab him by the helmet. So the penalty will put the ball at the Titans' 45-yard line. Give the Eagles a 1st and 10 situation. Mike Dunn, the head coach. And the Eagles try to run it straight ahead. No go there. Stopped in the middle. Number 58 for Carl Albert among the tacklers there. Carson Ring. And number 61, Adric Walker. Looking to throw the football, going downfield. Pass is going to fall incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Evan running step for step with that wide receiver, nowhere to kind of put that football. Good job by him. Great defensive back play. You know how I get excited about that, Steve.
I know you do. So 3rd down, call it 12 now. Giles, the quarterback. Talk about a learning situation. Quick toss. Had a receiver, but maybe a little bit behind the intended man there. Joshua Williams, a sophomore. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Eagles.
You know, the higher a lever you get, they kind of teach the quarterback to put that ball on that shoulder right there, especially if you see the safety coming on that upfield shoulder coming down. You kind of put that wide receiver in a situation where he can turn and kind of get out of that break and make a play after the catch.
Giles going to scramble himself, looking for some running room. He's got some. He's got 1st down yardage. Going to get run out of bounds inside the 30-yard line in Titan territory.
Great job by Giles there. I've been wondering when we were going to be getting an opportunity to see his wheels. The first opportunity, he did not disappoint. Take a look at this. Stepping up into the pocket, sees no receivers open down the field, shows off the speed. Great move to get to the outside, protect himself, and stay up off the turf.
He's got the build of a sprinter, doesn't he?
He certainly does. 400 runner like that.
Yep.
They say that's a man's race, Steve.
Yes.
400.
There's a running play to the left side and gathered in, but keeps fighting, and he's going to get about 4 yards out of the play.
Tough run.
Yes.
First tackler there was Jake Miller, the sophomore. He's able to finish the tackle, but not before the Eagles get a couple more yards.
2nd down and 6. Running play again, straight ahead. And more yards there for number 28, Tellis Weaver. And again, reminding you, he's just a freshman.
It's a big physical freshman.
Yep. Third and short, running play. Powering his way, but not going to get the 1st down yard as necessary. They are in 4-down territory.
You think they go for it here?
Absolutely. Quickly up off the deck. Weaver in the backfield. Giles is the quarterback. Let's see what the Eagles come up with here. Knocking on the door, trying to get their first points of the night. Keeper all the way, spins out, and he's going to get nowhere close.
Great job defensively by number 47 to come off the edge and make that big-time tackle, Braxton Jones.
Quick break. We'll be right back. Titans on top, 57-zip.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need. Call Addiction Helpline America at the number below. We provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. One phone call today can change your life forever. Don't wait another minute for that right moment to be set free. Take that bold step and call Addiction Helpline America at the number below or visit www.addictionhelplineamerica.com.
Titans got 14 yards on their first down carry. They have the ball at their own 43-yard line now. Collier back in, that's number 16, Jay Swearingen in at quarterback. Run the ball straight ahead, get some good yardage there. On the carry, number 29, that is Maddox Underhill.
Strong run by Underhill.
Just a sophomore, 5'10", 160. You know, he has in his mind, in a couple years, I'm going to do what Matthews is doing.
Yeah. That's how you build good, strong tradition in your program.
But you got to work hard until you get there.
Exactly.
Because everybody else wants the same thing. Swearingen the quarterback. Handoff. Running play, going to get about another 10 yards. They're going to say 9.
And I like his running style, too, off of those first 2 runs. Underhill, good pad level, good speed.
You see number 65 out there for Carl Albert. He is Jax Wilkerson. He's 6'6", he's 275, he's a freshman, and he is a son of the late, great OU football player, Jimmy Wilkerson. He is head and shoulders above most everybody else out there. And again, he's just a freshman. Running play to the right side. More good yards there for Underhill.
Once again, he gets upended. That right side, but good job of just following his blockers. Being patient. Picking up a good chunk of yards.
Hurdling the defenders. Clock running, 1:20 left to go here before the end of the third quarter. Swearingen, the quarterback, takes the snap, going to keep it, run it left side himself. Underhill was looking for the handoff, it appeared, and not getting his block taken care of.
Yeah, and they try to execute the option, and they just didn't have the sequence of events kind of properly displayed as the starters did. Didn't keep the proper levels. Didn't really see the field the same way.
That gets Carl Albert over the 300 yards rushing mark for tonight. High snap, Swearingen gets it down. Underhill breaks the tackle. Underhill fighting for the end zone. He'll get to about the 2, and he's taken down there finally by number 45 on the Carl Albert defense, and that would be Jake Herbert.
And you could tell he was trying to execute that stiff arm, but he couldn't get his hand in the proper position to kind of push off. You can see the runner kind of gets up under him before he can put that hand in that face mask.
And that will be the end of our third quarter here. Carl Albert once again knocking on the door, and they're on top. They lead it 57-0.
New to Medicare? Recently moved or losing coverage? Then let us help break it down for you. First up, we have Medicare Part A. Consider your hospital insurance as your safety net, covering inpatient hospital stays, skilled nursing facilities, hospice care, and some home health care. It's the help for your peace of mind, ensuring that you get the care you may need when you need it. And now let's talk about Medicare Part B, your medical insurance. This is your key to most preventative services, outpatient care and doctor visits, from flu shots to screenings. Part B, you're at the forefront of proactive health care. If you enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, the plan may provide all of your Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B coverage, and it is designed with you in mind, providing a wide array of coverage options for personalized care. Review your Medicare coverage options, ensuring it aligns with your evolving healthcare needs, from flu shots to screenings.
Call 800-761-4190. 800-761-4190.
Shopping pictures.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView, or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back to Carl Albert. Titans, as we flip to the other side of the field to start the fourth quarter. Knocking on the door once again. Handoff, Underhill. He'll get inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line.
Eisenhower tightening up that defense on the goal line there. Taking care of things in the red zone. Let's see if Carl Albert and these Titans can punch one in.
So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3. Swearingen the quarterback. Underhill is in the backfield with him. High snap. Keeper Swearingen looking for the outside. Trying to get to the corner and won't get there. May even lose a yard in the play. They're going to spot him back at the 5-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th and goal. And the Titans sending out, apparently, the kicking team. And they're going to set up for the field goal attempt. And we got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 57-0, Carl Albert, when we come back.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
America's Black Forum. Check your local listings for air dates and times.
Welcome back. Titans after the timeout. See what they're going to do here on a 4th and goal situation. Before they had lined up apparently for a field goal. Now that's not the case as Swearingen is back out there at the quarterback spot. Underhill will be his running back from the far left hash mark. Here come the Titans. Take the handoff, keeper straight ahead, lost the football. Either way, it's going to be Eisenhower football. As Carl Albert, maybe for the first time tonight, not able to execute what they were hoping to get.
Wolford was the player to make the tackle on the quarterback. Good job staying home and then ripping at the football as well. Take a look.
So the Eagles will get the football.
Swearinger doing a good job of hopping on top of it, but won't get the touchdown.
So the Eagles will take over. Here comes Giles running onto the field. Eisenhower coaching staff try to build something positive out of this. They would love to take the football down the field and put some points on the board here. Quick pass, Giles complete. First down yardage. As he gets it out there to number 13, that's Joshua Williams, the sophomore.
Williams doing a good job of climbing that ladder and getting up to get that football, producing some positive yards for the Eagles.
See how many first downs they have on the night. 6 now. Running play straight ahead. Good push. And give him 8 yards on that carry. Spot the ball now at the 27-yard line. See what the Eagles can come up with here. Another running play, straight ahead, good push. And he's going to get enough for the first down. Number 76 goes down hard for the Eagles. That's Tyler Shootman, the junior. He was grimacing, apparently in a lot of pain, and they're going to have to get the training staff out to take a look at him.
Yeah, and he kind of bent in an awkward position.
We'll take a timeout and come back with more for you. Titans on top. They lead 57-0.
Hola a todos. Tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa
puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora. Le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
And welcome back, everybody. Eisenhower player got to his feet. Looks like he's going to be all right. Eagles have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. We've got 6:20 left to go in the ball game. Running clock here late in the fourth quarter. Giles dropping the throw, steps up. Penalty flag is out, pass is incomplete. So we'll wait and see what the flag's about. But the clock will continue to run. Going to pick up the flag. No infraction. So with the first down run, that'll make it 1st and 10. Eagles from their own 31-yard line. Handoff. Once again, they give the ball to Weaver. Weaver's had a busy night tonight. Get a couple yards on that carry.
Yeah, Weaver's done a good job, especially in the second half, chewing up yards for these Eagle Ball Club.
Trips going out to the right side. Weaver in the backfield with the quarterback, Amir Giles. Giles takes the snap. Here comes the blitz from the corner. Gets away from one would-be tackler, now two. Still drifting. Throwing downfield. Oh, perfect interception opportunity. And just dropped by Gavin Edwards. He'll want that one back.
Giles looking for one of his receivers to come back to the football and help him out. And the only person coming back to the football was number 18, Gavin Edwards, the sophomore.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and 9 situation. Eagles lining up as if to go for it here. Oh no, punt situation. Snap is back. Kick is away. It's a good one.
Good.
Takes a good bounce for the Eagles. Rolls inside the 10-yard line all the way down to the 1-yard line. How about that punt?
Goodness gracious. Phenomenal punt by the Eagles.
68-yard punt. We'll write that one down.
You got to put that one in the highlight video.
That'll help your stats for the night. So with the clock running and 3:20 left to go in the ball game, Titans will take over. Let's see what kind of lineup they put out there this time. Quarterback is still Swearingen. Swearingen, the sophomore at quarterback. Collier has played there tonight, so has Friday. And here's the handoff. Underhill gets the carry. Gets bumped down there. Tackle made by number 15. That is Gabriel Capasso. Hope I said that right.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. So the Titans in no hurry to get the play off. Line up. Look at the clock, take the snap. Swearingen turns the wrong way, gives it to Underhill. He spins out, gets across the 5-yard line out to about the 8.
Well, that's one way to take a handoff. I don't advise other people try it, but hey, as long as they execute the play.
It's the old 360 handoff. What are you talking about? Good look at the Titans on offense here as the clock continues to roll down. Handoff, Underhill. Not much there, just keeping the clock running. Getting some good reps for some of the second-line players. And you know that they appreciate that. Big number 70 getting up a little slow there. That is Stephen Sullivan. He's a sophomore. 6 foot and 280. As we go under a minute left to go in our ball game. Carl Albert takes a timeout with 42 seconds left to go. And we're going to look at our player of the game tonight, brought to you by the Brooks Clinic. And who do you think that might be?
Man, there was a number of guys that had big performances on this evening, but there was only one guy who scored so many times that I knew we were going to start calling him Mr. Matthews. Mr. Matthews, Elijah Matthews, number one on the program, number one in your heart, and the number one player in the end zone. He scored 4 touchdowns, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and ran 166 yards, only 9 carries on the evening, and as long as for 92 yards, showing off the speed. I'm telling you right now, this player is going to be one of the best players in the state of Oklahoma. Watch out, he's only a junior, getting offers already, and he is our player of the game.
Had 197 yards and 3 receiving catches last week for a fine performance, and he does it once again here tonight. The Brooks Clinic. Remember, their specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City auto injury experts. Call them today at 405-943-0303. And here's a straight-up handoff. And that very well may be our final play of the game. And Eisenhower wants to take a timeout with 23 seconds left. So the ball game, I guess we could say, kind of went as we expected. Coming into the contest, Eisenhower had scored 6 points on the year, giving up 100.
Yeah.
So we see here tonight an apparent final score, what's going to be 57-0 in favor of the Titans.
And again, though, just the players that that Carl Albert has on a year-end basis. Again, most of these guys that are performing, just juniors, and a lot of them didn't get to be, star players last year because of the host of, talent that they had on that football field from Carl Albert last year, but got a lot of playing time for the sheer fact that they were, doing the same thing to players and giving their younger guys opportunity to get on the football field.
See if Eisenhower can get on the scoreboard here on the final play of the game, or so we think. Running play is not going to work, and they're going to take another timeout. They want to get some points on the board. Can't blame them.
Can't blame them at all.
Don't want to just lay down, just give up. Try to come out of there with something positive. As Coach told me earlier in the week, he said, these are not losses, they are lessons. And that's a pretty good philosophy to have when you know it's going to be a long season, to say things like that and to try to impress that upon your football players.
Yeah, and it's going to be, challenging. You're going to face a lot of adversity, but you'll be better for it when you come out the other side, for the sheer fact that you got to be a winner, you got to go through some bumps and some bruises.
And coming up next week, we'll have a traditional battle there. Some of the smaller schools that are always very successful, the Millwood Falcons and the Heritage Hall Chargers. That's coming up next Friday right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. What should be the final snap of the ball game as the clock is going to click down. Giles is going to run to the corner. He's going to race and then throw, and they got it. Touchdown. And Eisenhower's excited about it. Oh, they're going to wave it off. No, he didn't catch it.
Oh, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass.
Oh. That's too bad. He thought he had it.
And number 88 is pleading with the refs and saying that he caught that.
Let's go to New York and look at the replay.
Let's take a look at the replay. Because you could see it. Eisenhower, the whole team, so excited. And I do think that pass did hit the ground. This is going to be the best view from the back. Take a look. Just a great job by Giles avoiding the pressure. And I don't know. Trying to go through I don't think so, guys. I think that thing bounced on the turf. I don't think he was able to get his hands underneath, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate.
I wish they would have still called that a touchdown.
All right, so that'll do it for our contest here this evening. 57-0, your final score. We'll come back with our post-game show. Stay with us, everybody.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And by the Brooks Clinic. They offer walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City auto injury experts. Call 405-943-0303. All right, welcome back, everybody. You can see a very excited, very happy Carl Albert football team as they are victorious tonight by a score of 57-0. Time now for your play of the game, and it's brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best, and so is Elijah Matthews.
Yeah, you can say that again. You can tell which was going to react. I knew when it happened it was going to be 92 yards to the end zone for Mr. Matthews as he raced on to the end zone for one of his 4 touchdowns on the evening. And that is our play of the game.
Brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. We'll take another timeout and come back and wrap it up from Carl Albert right after this.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit. So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on YurView.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, our final score. Carl Albert wins it 57-0 is your final score. And time now for us to recognize the smart call of the game. It's brought to you by Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Well, it definitely wasn't drawn up, but anytime you see it, you love to hear it called. Interception, interception. First one by so many of these host of players for the Carl Albert defense. It was big-time plays defensively. First one was by number 5, Boston Holland, and then 3 by Jake Farley. That is our smart call of the game.
Learn more at cox.com/internet. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thanks so much to the entire crew for all that they do. Get here hours beforehand and set everything up so we sound like we know exactly what we're doing here tonight. 57-0, your final score. Carl Albert wins it. Don't forget, next week we'll be at Heritage Hall, the Millwood Falcons and the Chargers, right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. For Deanna Mate, I'm Steve Marshall. Have yourselves a great weekend, everybody.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Get ready to meet some of the best high school athletes in America. We'll start in South Florida with an elite quarterback prospect, then make our way to South Carolina for a top defensive back. You'll meet a rising volleyball star in Michigan and a two-sport athlete in Ohio. Plus, hear from former SMU running back Craig James in our journey to greatness. That's all coming up next on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Welcome to Sports Stars of Tomorrow. I'm your host, Charles Davis. More and more often, we're seeing the children of former pro athletes emerge as future stars, but not necessarily in the same sports as their parents. In Florida, the son of an NBA veteran is making his case as the nation's top quarterback. And that's this week's 5-star feature. He's one of the highest-rated quarterback recruits in America. For many years, people knew Dia Bell as Raja Bell's son. The elder Bell, an 11-year NBA veteran, has noticed a change lately, though. More and more fans are calling him Dia Bell's dad.
Yeah, I'm good with it, man. It took me by surprise. It kind of happened overnight. Especially locally, this is where I'm from, but I actually like it, man. I get to sit back, and because it's not my sport, I can just sit up in the stands and watch and be a parent.
I got that a lot when I was younger, but now as I'm starting to get older, starting to get more recognition across the country, it's kind of flipped. He obviously played at the highest level. I haven't got there yet, so hopefully when I get there, I get to take over that entire narrative.
Given that Dia's dad played in the NBA and his mom was an All-American soccer player, it makes sense that he loves sports himself. He was actually born a few hours before his father played in a playoff game with the Phoenix Suns in 2007. Dia grew up playing multiple sports, and he showed a lot of promise on the basketball court like his dad. But in the summer of 2020, he found himself drawn to the football field just a little bit more.
I remember it vividly. It was COVID, and we were out back working like we always did on basketball. And Dia just kind of told me that his passion and his love was football, and that's what he wanted to really pour into and try to focus on. And stung a little bit. We had put a lot of time into the basketball court, and he was pretty good. But you gotta let him follow his passion.
And I always kind of gravitated towards leading a team, and I like throwing the ball. So quarterback was always something for me that I was kind of gravitated towards. And ever since then, it's just I've fallen in love with it even more.
Dia attends American Heritage High School in Plantation, Florida. It's a K-12 school, and he's been here since the 6th grade. Even back then, his coach saw hints that Dia could become an elite athlete.
I actually started training him in the 7th grade. I was the strength coach and the running back coach at the time, but I told Coach Pat Sertan, our former head coach, I said, man, he's gonna be special. When you're the son of a former professional athlete, you got a lot of stuff available to you, and he's worked, man. He's got a tremendous work ethic. He's got a tremendous focus. He knows where he's going. I think he's only the 2nd sophomore ever to start at quarterback here. He was just figuring that out that first year. The biggest jump that I saw him make is that he had more command of the offense as a whole, but I just saw maturity of him as a leader.
Dia really blossomed as a passer in his junior season. He threw for 2,600 yards and 29 touchdowns in 11 games. A leg injury in the playoffs, though, cut his season short. Fortunately, the Patriots were still able to finish the job and capture the state championship.
We haven't won a state championship in a while, so it meant a lot to this program, a lot to the school, and there were a lot of big steps along the way throughout the season that kind of led up to that, and we were all kind of grateful for that journey.
While he really wanted to be on the field for the state championship game, Dia continued to show his development as a leader as he did what he could to help his teammates from the sideline.
It was really hard. I mean, I like playing. Like, it's not fun to watch something that you want to be a part of. But, you know, I found ways to be a help in any capacity I could be in.
He didn't even want to miss a practice after that. You know, now this is a kid that his whole season is over, and, you know, he could feel sorry for himself and and he didn't. Again, that's where I saw the biggest growth with Dia, is that you just saw a leadership role in where, no, this is still my team. I'm still the quarterback of this team, and any way I can help the team achieve their goal, I'm going to be there for them.
Despite his shortened season, Dia brought home the Florida Gatorade Player of the Year.
I'm not gonna lie, it almost brought tears to me. I mean, I just went through ankle surgery and that injury, and when I got the text that told me I won Gatorade Player of the Year, so even though when I was in part of my darkest moment in my high school career, it almost brought tears to me. It meant the world to me. I mean, I'm coming for it again this year, hopefully the national one as well.
As he seeks to repeat both his individual and team accomplishments from a year ago, Dia is also looking forward to his next stop, the University of Texas.
At the end of the day, I felt like the coaches that can get the best out of me were Coach Sark and Coach Millie. They've always done great with quarterbacks in the past, whether Coach Sark was at USC, Washington, now Texas. He had coached in the NFL for a stint too, and he's always done great with quarterbacks. And, you know, I felt like I can go in there, and whether I have an opportunity to start my freshman year or redshirt and learn everything, I'm going to go in and learn as much as possible and try and compete, and then hopefully set me up for the long run, which is where I want to go, is the NFL.
While some may still call him Raja Bell's son, Dia also embraces the label of big brother to his 3 siblings. He hopes to be an inspiration to them as he pursues his long-term goal of the National Football League.
It would mean a lot for me being the oldest sibling. You know, I get to be kind of a role model to all my younger siblings and show them that anything you put your mind to, you can kind of achieve. And, you know, this has been a dream for me since I can remember touching the football.
Now they can see the fruits of that labor in terms of the success that he's had and the ability to go away and play college football. It crystallizes it more for them that if you work at something the way he works at it, you know, good things can come from that.
I think that this is what he's meant to be. He's just gotten better and better and better, and I think that he's going to go to Texas and do big things. He wants to be great, and he puts the work in to be great, and he's not afraid of the big stage.
Let's learn a little more about the sports stars of tomorrow with playing favorites. These athletes work hard, but everyone needs a break now and then. So today we ask, what's your favorite thing to do when you're not playing sports?
When I'm not playing sports, my favorite thing to do is watch TV.
My favorite thing to do when I'm not playing sports is watch TV.
My favorite thing to do when I'm not playing sports is draw.
My favorite thing to do is, now I'm not playing sports, just playing video games.
My favorite thing to do when I'm not playing volleyball is go to the beach. My favorite thing when I'm not playing sports is sleeping. My favorite thing to do is sleep.
Sleep. My favorite thing to do is sleep.
All right, well, don't doze off just yet, because coming up next, we have a volleyball star in Michigan and a top defensive back in South Carolina.
Want more sports stars of tomorrow? Follow Sports Stars TV on your favorite social media platforms. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hey folks, Chris Coonahan here with Leaf Filter, America's largest gutter and gutter protection company. Leaf Filter has over 150 locations and has been installed on over 1 million homes. We've been protecting homes now for over 20 years. Our patented technology offers total protection for your home and comes with a lifetime transferable warranty. The process is simple. Give us a call to schedule your free gutter inspection. If you decide to move forward with the project, you put nothing down at all. 833 Leaf Filter or visit leaffilter.com today.
Look at this one under eye bag. It's gone.
There's this side and this side.
Just look at these results. 50 and haven't slept in weeks, 35 and fresh from a vacation.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm with our starter price of only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Clogged gutters can cause big problems fast. Until now. Call 833-LEAF Filter today for your free gutter inspection.
I've had terrible flooding problems on my porch. Now I understand why.
Right now, Leaf Filter is offering a free inspection on your schedule. Leaf Filter is a permanent gutter solution, so you never have to worry about costly damage from clogged gutters again.
Call us today and schedule your free inspection.
To schedule your free inspection, call 833-LEAF Filter today or visit leaffilter.com.
Miss anything from the show or just want to see it again? See all the videos we have online at sportsstarsoftomorrow.com.
For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're going to check out a versatile leader in a proud football community. Welcome to Rock Hill, South Carolina. You won't find many towns in America that have as much pride in high school football as this one.
First of all, it's Football City, USA. No town in America has produced as many NFL players compared to the size of the town. So it's a reason why they call us Football City, USA.
South Point High School is relatively new compared to some of the other schools in the area. It opened in 2005, but the Stallions have experienced a lot of success in their 20 years of existence. South Point has won 7 state championships in that time, and back in 2010, it had the #1 recruit in America, Jadeveon Clowney. The Stallions' star senior this season is the versatile Jadeveon Currents. He takes the field on Friday nights with no fear. Although, when he first tried football, he had at least a little bit of fear. In his defense, he was only 4 years old playing against 6-year-olds.
The first year, he just wanted to wear the uniform. We found out, like, Coach Wise called me down to the field, said, Jay, I don't want you to think that we trying to put your son off to the side, but man, we trying to put Jadeveon in the game, and he don't want to go in the game. And I looked, and he bawling, crying. I said, you don't want to go in the game?
Nah, I was just scared. I was the smallest kid on the field, 4 years old, playing with 6, 7 years old. So it was just a little intimidating to me back then.
He saw somebody get hit, and he ran off the field, but he was cute. After that, it was full speed ahead. That next year, he was ready, and he hasn't stopped since.
Today, at 6 feet 3 inches tall, Jadeveon is the type of athlete who can be plugged in at almost any position and excel. On offense, he plays wide receiver and a little bit of quarterback, but he's truly at home anywhere in the defensive backfield.
Corner is challenging. Safety is the most versatile player on the field, I feel like. So it's 2 challenging positions that I get to showcase my abilities to, and you get to hit somebody. You get to hit somebody when you get the ball you're not supposed to. I love it. I get to take something away from them. It's mine. You were supposed to catch the ball and you didn't, so I proved to you that I am who I say I am. Too bad.
Jadeveon's father, Jay, coaches wide receivers at South Point. So Jadeveon has the mindset of a coach's kid.
Motion, motion, motion.
He understands how much film study can complement the work he puts in on the practice field and in the weight room.
To being able to watch film and being able to see exactly what the team is trying to do, because he's also an offensive player, he can be able to bring that attribute over to that side of the ball to give him a chance to be successful. But I think he's a coach on the field. He's probably played every position we need him to be able to play, and it doesn't come with any lip. It doesn't come with any bad body language. It's just a kid that, wants to help put his city and continue to keep his city on the map.
Jadeveon is staying close to home next year as he's committed to the South Carolina Gamecocks. A dynamic athlete and a student of the game, Jadeveon Currents dreams of raising the bar for Football City, USA.
Hall of Fame, NFL, Jadeveon Currents. Buying my mama a house, buying my dad a house, buying them cars, and just taking care of my family.
I believe his future is what he wants it to be. He can do whatever he wants to do in this life. He's a very committed kid. Once he sets his sights on something, that is what he does. He wants to play at the next level, and whatever that is for him, I believe he can achieve it.
I think he's ready to be able to show people that if you start this at 5 years old and trust the process and do what your parents tell you to do, great things can happen for you.
It's now time for She's Next, when we highlight a rising name in female sports, and today we're headed to Michigan. Her name is Kayla Wabweze. She and her two sisters were born in Michigan, but her parents moved to the U.S. from Nigeria. Kayla grew up watching her older sister, Ashley, play volleyball, and that's what sparked her love for the sport.
When her high school season was happening, I was sitting on the bench and I was just cheering her on. I was like, wow, like, this is something I really want to get into. And I have the height for it, so might as well just put it to use. I love the game because of all the connections that I've made through it, like all my friends. I love the environment of it, and I'm on a really, really good team, so it just makes it even more fun.
Kayla's now the star senior at Bloomfield Hills High School, where this season she'll get to team up with her other sister, Emily, who will be a freshman for the Blackhawks. Kayla's a 5'11" middle blocker, and she's ranked among the top 10 prospects overall in the 2026 class.
Myself as a player, I would say that I'm a leader. People can just count on me in case things go wrong. Like, I try to have a lot of self-confidence because when you have confidence, it really helps uplift the team because they know that you just really put a lot of trust into that person. And I just feel like it's really impactful to have on a team.
There aren't many things Kayla takes more seriously than volleyball, but her academics would definitely be one. She always wanted to attend an Ivy League school, and she'll be doing that next year when she's playing for Harvard University.
They really helped me throughout the process, and I'm really glad that I chose Harvard. I'm really leaning towards the medicine field. I want to be an orthopedic surgeon just because in the orthopedic field, like, you're still having to deal with sports injuries, so I just really want to be a part of that, especially when I'm done with volleyball. It's just really fascinating to me.
While it seems like Kayla has a good plan for when her playing days are done, as talented as she is, she may have quite a few years of volleyball ahead of her. We need another timeout, but still to come, a two-sport athlete in Ohio and our journey to greatness with Craig James.
Want more Sports Stars of Tomorrow? Follow Sports Stars TV on your favorite social media platforms. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
As we head deeper into the summer, there is no better time to really submerge yourself underneath amateur baseball because you're looking at the future, and the future will be played at Petco Park on August 17th. It's Perfect Games All-American Classic, and this is the preview show. Hi there, folks. My name is Darren Sutton. We're going to introduce you to the entire roster. So many gifted players, and when you think about the roster, you think about more than 300 MLB alum, more than 300 first-round draft picks that have come the very next year or after a couple of years in college. I can't do this alone. A couple of great scouts will join, and first off, David Ronsley. For more than a generation, as he tells us, nearly 4 decades he has been scouting baseball and the future of it. David, thanks for being with us. This is our favorite show to be a part of, so thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, Darren, it's a pleasure to introduce these players. A lot of the fans aren't familiar with them yet, but as you mentioned, a lot of them are going to end up playing in the big leagues. Every week there are more that it seems like appear in the big leagues, make their debuts. This is the future of baseball, as we like to say.
Yeah, how about Mets fans? How about Lindor? He played in this game, and it's just the list is so very deep with player after player after player. So let's introduce these players, and as we present, David, the West roster to all of our viewers out there, I'm going to just hand you the microphone and go. Go where you want to go, whether it's themes, whether it's a player or two. Go where you want to go as everyone sees these players.
Well, the West roster is 2 different aspects to me. First of all, the pitchers, it's kind of a sleeper group of pitchers. We've got a few we're going to highlight later, but in general, the pitchers are kind of the sleepers. I think the names of the pitchers for the East squad are going to be more familiar to the prospect fans. And we have 3 pitchers from the California Central Valley, which is unprecedented, but they're talented young arms. They're on the rise. I know the scouts are going to be interested in seeing them at Petco. And it's going to be fun because some of them are going to jump up and really impress us at the All-American Classic. Now, flipping to the other side, though, we got some big bats, and everybody knows they're big bats. These are big, strong athletes on the West roster. They're going to make Petco Park look small during batting practice, which, as I've told you many times, is my favorite part of any event is batting practice. This will be fun to watch these big West Coast hitters hit.
Play along. Couple of names I have for you. You know Connor Griffin. He's an alum of this game. #1 prospect in all of baseball. MLB.com makes it clear. His longtime teammate Kevin Roberts Jr. He carries the torch to the next level. Step on down to Trey Ebel, the famous Corona High School in the Riverside area in Southern California. Ebel, one of two. You'll meet the other that comes from Corona High School. The big hair, the big arm of a man who's the pride of Barberton, Ohio. You see Sean Sullivan. He's an Alabama commit, and again, excited to introduce these athletes. And included on that list is the #1 player in the land, and he's had to have that on his shoulders for quite some time. He loves the game of baseball. This young man out of Argyle, Texas, is strong in just about everything he does and holds on to that #1 ranking. An opportunity for Danny Wexelman to have a conversation with the #1 player in the land, Grady Emerson.
I don't know if people know that we have known you since you were 12 years old.
Oh my gosh, it feels like it's just yesterday. I feel like just yesterday I was at East Cobb for the first time meeting everybody. Man, so I remember first event that I really played nationally. It was at the Boomba Sports Complex. I was playing for USA Prime Team, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then months later, we get a call. And they're like, hey, we're having a 12U Select Fest at East Cobb, best of the best 12-year-olds in the country. Do you want to come out? And I was like, I would absolutely love to. I was like, that's a dream. I was like, I've always wanted to play at East Cobb. I've heard it's a beautiful place. I was like, and I get to play against the best of the best. I'm like, I don't see why I wouldn't. So I remember walking up to the field with my dad. Me and him were both smiling so big because we felt like we made it. We felt like we were in the big leagues walking up there. And I just remember getting all the gear, and everything was laid out on my hotel bed, and everything about that was so surreal. I cherish that moment a lot. I always take mental snapshots. My dad always says you're gonna want those mental snapshots. So I have a lot of mental snapshots of the bed with my gear on it, walking into East Cobb, the home run derby. It's something I hope I never take for granted, just a special memory that I've made. Actually, funny enough, 13 Select Fest Inside the Park home run video popped up on my phone the other day. I'm like, man, that was probably the first moment where I really got to be on TV. I was at my college field. Like that was, so just getting to look back at those memories and see what I've accomplished so far is definitely very, very cool to see, but obviously a lot of work ahead. And so it's really cool to see that. And it's also, I'm really excited to see what the future holds for me.
So from an Inside the Park home run at 13, you're at the National Showcase. We're looking ahead to the All-American Classic. What does it mean to be able to play in a game like that? A game that you've grown up watching year after year.
It's definitely a very surreal experience. I'm super, super excited. Obviously growing up watching it, it's really crazy because you don't ever realize now I'm that age that those kids were. Like the Max Clarks, seeing him and Cam Johnson play in 2023, or seeing Elijah Green and Drew Jones play in 2021. It's crazy to think that them now, I'm at that age and now it's my turn to be there. It's definitely really cool. It's also kind of weird because I don't have anyone to watch this year. I'll be playing. But
people will be watching you.
People will be watching me.
It's your year.
I know. So I'm hopefully one kid will look back 4 years down the road and hopefully be in my spot and be like, I remember watching Grady Emerson in the 2025 PG All-American game. So it's really cool.
Okay. Appreciate you.
No, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
So David, from a scout's eye, what makes Grady Emerson special?
He is the first player, and I still think the only player I've given straight 10s to in the evaluation. If you wanted to build a major league shortstop, 6'2", 185, left-handed, plus arm, plus runner, easy swing, easy power, I felt guilty almost giving him 10s out of 10 across. But I did it, and I still feel the same way about him. Now, he's been challenged a bit at the top of the class. Jacob Lombard would be honestly a #1 player in some classes, but Emerson earned that ranking 2 years ago. He's done everything to follow up on it, and I really don't think it's going to change between now and the 2026 draft.
So as David talks about, this is a man hoping to run to the big leagues. 317 MLB alum of this game as we have this conversation now. When we come back, David and I with a deeper dive into the West roster. He's got about a half dozen players that he wants to introduce to you. Perfect Game's All-American Classic preview show.
You want to take a shot at the next level? Well, this is it. What you've been waiting for. All that work, the sweat, the sacrifice. It's not a question of can you do it, but can you do it when all eyes are on you? The greats know when it's time to shine. And your time is now.
That's the showcase, baby. Let it go.
It's the Perfect Game Showcase, where legends rise.
While you sleep, it's time to raise up, show that even we don't turn the other cheek. I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. If you
I'm Bobby Witt Jr., professional baseball player. I've been with G-Form since the early days with Perfect Game. I've grown and improved a lot, and so have they. From the first time I put it on, it just felt right. To go next level just means to accomplish what your goals are, and for me it was just trying to take everything day by day until I reached that goal to make it to the big leagues, and which was the next level for me. G-Form, go next level.
Continuing to introduce the rosters of the 23rd Perfect Game All-American Classic, specifically the West roster. David, I want you to jump into a couple of players, but I want to remind our viewers some West roster alums that are some pretty fun ones. How about Bryce Harper, Freddie Freeman? How about Pete Crow Armstrong? There's a fresh name. So now, with that in mind, let's go to a man who's quite unique, like PCA was unique. In his own world, this man is unique when you talk about 6'8" pitcher Savion Sims out of Oklahoma.
Yeah, my theme for Savion Sims, Darren, is keep it simple. This is a 6'8" right-hander who throws from straight over the top. He throws straight downhill. And at the National Showcase, he just sat 98-100. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to max out. He threw multiple pitches at 100. That's his comfort zone at 18 years old, is 98 to 100. He threw 72% strikes at the National Showcase. I mean, it's all there right now. Yes, the slider's going to have to get tightened up and some of those fine-tuning. But you have the size, you have the easy velocity, you have the strikes. Let's keep this simple.
Cole Kinniger is from Keller, Texas. This is a shortstop. This is a player, the son of Stephanie and Jeff, who's a Tennessee commit, plays for the Texas Sticks. That's his travel ball team. So you go from a couple of pitchers, now you're throwing a middle infielder into the mix.
Well, a middle infielder, but really pretty clearly to me the best two-way player in the country. He holds down the number 3 ranking right now in the class behind Grady Emerson and Jacob Lombard, who I mentioned earlier. But it's as much for his ability on the mound. I mean, Koninger put on one of the best shows I've ever seen a player do at the National Showcase. He was phenomenal defensively, especially in the games. He's got good bat speed from the right-hand side. And on the mound, he was one of the 5 or 10 best pitchers at the National Showcase. Sat 95 with a hammer low 80s curveball. He has all the tools. He plays the game right. I think he could end up either way, shortstop or right-handed pitcher in the future. We'll let time tell on that one.
So we showed the graphic earlier. We mentioned Trey Ebel, said there were a couple of Corona High School guys. Anthony Murphy's the other. This is a big personality. He was equally as impactful as some of the key guys that were first rounders on his team this year. So why does he draw your attention amongst a small group of athletes?
Well, first of all, Darren, it's because of that Corona connection. I mean, Corona had, 3, 4 All-Americans last year. They got 2 more this year. And Murphy's sort of the guy that's overlooked, but he's been really their best hitter for the last 2 years. Just not in his junior, but in his sophomore year. He's got plenty of tools. He's a 6'5" runner, 96 arm strength, pure center fielder, but he can hit. I was so impressed by his hitting approach, his bat speed. It's so easy. It's hand-driven bat speed, and he has such a high performance record against high-level competition. I don't see any way that he's not going to be successful making that transition from being a dominant player at Corona to a dominant college and even dominant pro player. And I can see him being one of the highest drafted outfielders in the 2026 draft.
Go to perfectgame.org, check out the PG All-American website. Part of it are David's wonderful write-ups. He's been grinding through the best writer in our organization. And may I officially ask you back again to be one of the voices of the Classic. David, will you join us again up in the booth at Petco?
I will absolutely be thrilled, Darren. I count on it and relish it and celebrate it every year.
The announcement is Danny Wexman will be down in the dugout, as she always is. And Eric Burns, longtime major leaguer, will be joining us as our other color analyst. So there'll be no shortness of energy. When we come back, David's insights are incredible. Let's pass the East roster to another great scout. He does so much work, not only on the high school players, but the college side for Perfect Game. Vinny Servino breaks down the East roster. When we come back, we're getting to know all the players in the 23rd Perfect Game All-American Classic.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident, it was not your fault. Call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
If you don't have a good dental plan or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Yeah, look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit. So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on Your View.
We welcome you back. You're getting to know the 23rd edition of the Perfect Game All-American Classic. Top to bottom, the rosters. That was the West, now the East, and we can't understand it without the views of great scouts like Vinny Servino, one of the main men behind all of our college content and those that are going to come dominate in college play in this game as well. Vinny, thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Sutton. You know I love talking players.
Yeah, I do, and you're very, very good at it. So as we share the East roster, here we go, here it comes. A lot of great names, people looking for their names, of people they've seen play or those that they love and care about. Now that folks are looking at those names, why don't you guide us with some of your thoughts on that East roster?
Yeah, it's a very athletic group. There's a lot of athleticism on both sides of the ball here when you're talking about pitchers, infielders, outfielders. A lot of guys that have a chance to go, very high in next year's draft. Some players that we've seen for a long time too. Guys that are ranking in the top of the class. Super athletic profiles is kind of what we're looking for in terms of the athletes in this class. Guys that can really do things that other guys really can't.
I'm going off script a little bit. I've been guided here, but as I look at this roster, sorry for all our leaders, producers, and editors, I see 3, maybe 4 uncommitted players. We never used to see that when you see guys like, Javarsky Lane Jr., Jacob Lombard. These are players that will help themselves by even playing in this game. This is unique, isn't it?
Yeah, we're kind of seeing the landscape of the pre-college commitments shift a little bit. And Javarsky Lane and Jacob Lombard, those are 2 of the top-ranked players in the class before the summer even started. So top of the class guys really kind of keeping their options open as they head into their senior falls.
Yeah, I love that. Obviously thinking they may get drafted as well. I'm going to give you a few names, just now 2 since I went off script. Matt Ponatoski. He's from Archbishop Moeller in Ohio. He's going to Kentucky to be the starting quarterback someday and to also play middle infield. Great name. Miller Sheets. Brewers fans, you remember Ben Sheets? This is his son, Miller Sheets. He's not a pitcher. He's a shortstop. Now those are a couple of names, and thanks for allowing me to go off script. You have to in this game. I don't know that I needed a script at all when I had a conversation with Nate Davis. All there is to understand is he's well beyond his years. His ability to play, certainly, I'll let Vinny talk about that in just a moment, but the maturity, the gifts that he possesses, one of the favorites I've had all year long. And here it is, Nathaniel Davis.
So kid goes to a camp at LSU and decides to take it on. That's you. What happens? What's the story?
So I get to camp around my freshman year going on, where it was kind of getting out of that COVID year, so they had a lot of recruiting going on. I remember I was just trying to get into that whole recruiting process. So I went to LSU camp and I was hitting good. I was doing my outfield drills good, and I was as well showing off my speed. And coach really took a liking into me. They've just been loyal to me ever since, and I've just been working on my game and getting better. So they saw my improvements and they decided to offer me and give me an official visit, and I committed to them.
Below the surface, what appeals to you about LSU?
Seeing people like me that go to that school as well, being African American, Hispanic, different, cultures there, and that they all come together to surround, sports in the athletic world. So, that's a really big differential that I really loved a lot about LSU.
Being an African American baseball player, you have been extended an invitation for quite a few breakthrough series events. What's that experience been like?
So it was my first year going through, the breakthrough series program, and I've been to, of course, Dream Series, getting able to see Hunter Green and players like that are at that big league level.
Did you get to go to Hunter's house?
Yeah.
What did you learn that night with Hunter Green?
That there's a lot of work to be done and a lot of dedication that you have to put into this sport to really go to the next level. He's worked very hard, and seeing how his work ethic took him far, it really implies to all of us African American players that someone that we can look up to admire him as like our idol. And just seeing like all his cars and houses, you're given a gift and you just have to work at it every single day.
What do you think they see in you, they meaning the experts? What do you think they see in you to make you a top 10 baseball player?
I'm a 5-tool player. I can hit a bomb over the field to one pitch and then bunt on you the next pitch and beat you out down that first base line. So tools like that, throwing hard from the outfield, having that speed aspect, speed is big for me. So whether it's stealing a bag or making a diving play or covering a lot of ground in the outfield, all those tools add up for me in my game, which allows me to be the top 10 player in this class. And I'm really grateful that my work ethic is something that's really paying off for them to see when I come out here and play these games and show them what I have.
Why are you so thoughtful? Why? Why do you think you are?
It's mainly my parents. Being with my great-grandparents, me growing up with them, and then me being adopted by, my auntie and uncle, and just them being in my life all my life, I just looked up to them as my mom and dad. So they just been raising me ever since and just taught me everything of what it takes to be a young man and what it feels like to walk with God every single day. So they're the